Following D&D campaign is rated TVMA-LSVE.
Wait, I'm sorry. Did somebody say penis?
Strong language, sexual insinuation, violence, extreme nerdiness, and evil player characters. It is intended only for mature audiences. Your discretion is advised.
It's like my favorite thing that I started this whole shit of talking entirely through Victoria's carefully crafted TVMA warning.
Yeah.
It's what could possibly be more fitting than having discussion like that while it's playing.
Does it help, Bobby, that they've now started doing it on all of the streams? They've all started talking over it.
It's all your fault.
Oh, it doesn't help. It just makes me feel worse.
No! We love you. It's so funny.
No, it's not a bad thing. It's, just, the warning is there. It doesn't. Yep.
Yeah, you can read it.
One of these days, I'm gonna wait till right when Dan says like, "All right, I'm gonna put the TVMA warning." I'm gonna wait like 3 seconds, and I'm just like, "Surprise, motherfucker!"
Nice.
It's just...
Yes.
Oh, that's amazing. All right. Well, welcome to Cures Lament, our Tuesday night campaign, all evil campaign of juiciness. All right, let's that one. I'm just going to send out this tweet. So that link in chat for anyone that can't, that wants to support us and maybe can't, cheers sub or anything, but still likes what we're doing. That's very helpful as always to get the word out. It's a link that doesn't automatically tweet on your account or anything. It just brings up a proposed tweet that you can edit on whatever Twitter account you're signed into on the browser you're using. And it's super helpful. I certainly don't have to, of course, but just like to mention that every so often. And thank you for all of those that do. Whew, okay, wow, what a came in hot, as Victoria would say. Well, last week, things got crazy town. The party still stuck in the city of Xangard, the port city of Xangard. Think Neverwinter. It's moderately close to the city. Thaxel has I'll start with Marcon's price on his head for the work that he does. I think it was, what was it?
30,000.
That's Thaxel's. Marcon had I'll have to look it up now.
I think just
it was really low.
30.
I think it was like 3. Yeah. I think it was like 300. But it was like
30.
I
thought it was embarrassingly low.
But yeah, like I didn't do anything.
Nice.
150. I know it was like 100 or something.
30.
I think it was 30 because to like the average person, that's
30.
like whatever that's supposed to equal $3,000, roughly. So it's like, make it up. Okay, nice.
Oh, okay, it was 30. Okay, got it.
So Thaxel's would be like $300,000 basically.
30.
No, 30,000 gold, but just to equate it to real life. It just got raised.
So how much is Marcon's bounty?
30 gold.
30 gold.
Mm-hmm.
30 gold. Oh, I thought it was 30,000.
Yeah, me too. Never mind.
Yeah,
$30. I'll go pay that.
The whole crew actually, because the Cures Lament crew, several of them, Thaxel, Dina, and a couple of others were there earlier on in the campaign and killed the city's hero. Outwardly to the city, he was this super, philanthropist. Gave money to anyone that people on the street and built orphanages and halls, but he was like a super shady character that was actually running all the behind the scenes underbelly business in the city, amongst other things. So they ended up killing him though right out on his ship, on the docks rather. And so the whole city is bearing witness. The whole boat they caught on fire. They set it on fire. So everyone's running down and they see them killed at town here, which is Thaxel's the only one left in the currently playing that is from that time, which is why she has the ridiculous bounty. Everyone got a good night's rest, got settled in. They've met Maeve'riel. They've all found a place to stay in the seedier section down by the docks. In the early morning, Thaxel went to scooch out of town, I believe attempting to go and meet with Tassos, who said he could be there in 4 or 5 days or something like that. However, they had this incident with this creature where they stole a bunch of money from an old lady, and then as they were leaving, this Maeve'riel caught a glimpse of this old lady ripping a bartender apart, but now in like this shadowy jackal sort of form, and scratching at her chest and then ripping her throat open, and a bunch of like black ichor and blood fell out, but also a bunch of coins, and just pulled up on the floor where she died. And as Thaxel went to leave the city, she ran under the first set of double doors, like an entryway on the gate here. She was a rat, and she squeaked underneath the first one and started running the 20 feet to the outer set of doors. But in the process, coins started falling out of nowhere. And I think you might have... Oh, yeah, she took a little bit of bludgeoning damage as they came down, which knocked her out of her 1 hit point rat form. And then as she was buried in the coins, a moment later they were gone, and she was standing back out where she had been maybe 20 seconds beforehand, just inside the city gate. But just standing there where there's a number of guards. One of them happened to recognize the super, super infamous Thaxel. Not that they have her name. No, I don't think so. Just a drawing. And that's where we left last session. We are going to be doing a little bit of downtime for the party, as they're all stuck here with the quarantine. So we're going to pull back time just a little bit as Thaxel is faced with a guard going, "There she is! It's her!" and getting ready to chase. Camera will pull up out of town and settle back sometime a little earlier. Back with Nana D.
So after I get done examining my book, I'm going to tuck it away. Just after the guy leaves, I'm going to wait to make sure that I hear him gone. And then I'm going to, as quietly as possible, slip out of my room. Since I know that they're on the opposite side of me, I'm going to go to the next door down and knock on the door to see if I can find Marcon. And I'm going to say at the door, "Marcon, are you in there?"
I'm going to get up from the bed and look towards the door. I'm like, "Say that again?"
Can I talk to you for a minute, please?
Oh, okay. Recognizing the voice, I'm gonna walk over to the door, remove the chair, my makeshift block over, and then I'm gonna let her into my room.
So as I go into the room, if he lets me, I'm gonna like nudge the door close and I'll look at him up and down and take off my spectacles, tilt my head, and just give him a nod.
I'll nod back.
Making sure that the door is closed, she's gonna like motion and say, she's gonna say through telepathy, can you put the thing in front of the door? And then I'm gonna shift back into my normal form, my me form.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna put the makeshift lock underneath the door handle.
Hold on, let me shift it really quick. Good Lord. And I'm gonna say I get the feeling that you understand at least a little something about me. I don't necessarily get it, but I feel like I can trust you for now.
I'm gonna nod my head up and down and be like, I sensed it too, but I didn't want to say anything. I just wanted to kind of be sure.
Well, I don't give my word lightly.
Oh, I know. I'm gonna give her a light smile and laugh a little bit.
She's gonna kind of glance at the door, and I'm going to cast thaumaturgy, and just under the bed, and kind of make it sound like the bed is rumbling a little, just shaking, and knowing how thin the walls are, and she's gonna look at him and just in case people are listening, she'll say that out loud, and she'll lean up against the wall and put her foot against the wall, and in his mind she'll say, so, how do you feel about what's going on?
It's like currently I don't know why I'm still here. Like I have a bounty out on my head. Bunch of crazy things are happening all at once. There might be a hag after us. I couldn't tell you why I'm still here, if I'm being honest.
Well, I'd like to repay your kindness, because you don't ask me for anything, and you don't question me, and you don't treat me disrespectfully, and I respect that. So, since you haven't asked for anything in return, I'd like to do something, if you're okay with it. And before I explain that, I do want to tell you that the big guy from downstairs, I might have insinuated that you were in my room and paid him the coin to go away.
I have one question. Was I shirtless?
Of course.
Did you make it look good?
Of course.
That's all that matters.
So, I want to find a way to make your bounty go away. But
that's something I would greatly appreciate.
Yes. I can't promise it won't be messy, but I'd like to offer you the same clean slate that you offered me.
What is this? Looking at her a little bit skeptically, he's gonna be like, "What is this gonna cost me?"
It doesn't cost you anything. Well, I'm lying.
That's what I figured. What do you need from me?
I know that Taxel has her thing and her own revenge. I have my own too. And there's a man. And she's gonna hold up a hand and kind of... she's gonna shift into what the doctor looked like. I don't know how you want to portray him, Dan, if you want to describe what he looks like.
Right, that's up to me, isn't it? Human-esque. Ears are a little off. There's a little point to the ears, but not big enough for half-elf. Right? Or wait, how much? Oh my gosh, I wasn't prepared for that. Sorry.
You get all the things.
Okay, didn't want to mess up the race and stuff too. Messy comb over up top, gray, dark grays, light grays hair, but a really full beard. One of those ones that grows off like a couple of inches and is trimmed like very square around the jaw, almost pure white in that regard. Tiny little spectacles that he weren't sure how much he really needed them. He seemed to put them on more for as a like a habit than actually when he needed them. Probably stands about 5'8", thin with a little bit of a slouch. Fairly weathered face, probably in his late 50s, maybe pushing 60. It's tough to tell because there is something a little off about, he's not simply human. There's something else, whether something, the way he spoke and acted a lot, he is all into, obviously, experiments and such, so it could have been something he'd done to himself, or it could just be something natural in his birth. Very animated with his hands and gestures, speaks a lot with his hands. A little bit quick to anger, but it comes from a place of like a high anxiety frustration instead of like a rage, if that adequately describes.
Yes, thank you. And she'll shift back to her form, and I can't even begin to describe what he put me through. But I can tell you that I don't want you to kill him. I would rather enjoy reminding him what happens when you there's things that you don't do to people and let them walk away and think that they won't learn to like it and learn to use it to their advantage.
I see. Well, lucky for you, torture is one of my favorite things. I'm going to give her the most genuine smile I can muster.
We'll arch a brow and just say, I'm sure we have a lot to learn from each other.
I think so too.
So that's all I ask. It's my ask.
A favor for a favor? I like it. I will definitely help you. Once we get a hold of him, he's going to wish we hadn't.
There'll be this like slow, really slow half smirk. And then she's going to shift again. Hold on. I have to get it. Hold on, I have to get there. She's going to shift again. But I think I have to change the thing, so bear with me just 1 second.
I don't know if I have that one set yet.
You do have that one. You have this one. She's going to shift one more time. Hold on, let me load it. I gotta load it. So, nope, that's not it.
I picture her actually shifting through all these colors and the faces. Like...
Yeah, it's not. It's
That's awesome.
Sorry, guys. So she shifts and into this. Her hair is actually supposed to be white. I didn't fix it right, so sorry. But she shifts into this drow woman, slightly taller than her normal figure. Roughly about 5'8", 9". And she's very well endowed. And as she does this, she also runs her hand over her clothes that also change. And her hair is long and white, and it goes to her thighs. She's wearing very tall stiletto hoe boots, and just enough to cover on the top. And there's like this skirt in the back, but like nothing in the front, and it's very revealing of her figure. And she says, "My name is Ekloveth. If you see me like this, it's probably better if you walk away."
I understand.
And then she'll shift back. And she will say, "I've revealed to you more than anybody knows. I think that's a fair trade for my life twice."
I'll accept it as payment. You have my word that I'll keep it a secret.
Yeah. A word means more to me than anything else. And it's something I will never violate.
Marcon's going to give her a very understanding nod.
She's gonna, what can I say? People are gonna probably notice that Tell me something about you.
So, in my room, I currently have all my armor off, and my tentacles are like shifted around my hands, and they match the texture of muscle. So it just looks like regular arm muscle, like until like I let them go, and they come out, and they start changing colors. And I'll say to Emmy, as you've noticed, you've seen these several times. I may look like a ordinary human, but I'm clearly not. And I guess one of the things I'll reveal to you is that I am a byproduct of magical experimentation. And that's all I will tell you. But I figured you told me a lot about yourself, and I'm going to tell you a little bit about myself. Just as a show of good faith.
She's gonna step forward and lift her hand up to touch his tentacles if he lets her.
I'll let her do it.
And then she runs her hand like really gently, like super, almost like barely. She'll look at him with the kind of, I like these. I don't see anything wrong with them.
I'm going to look at her up and down, and I'm going to wrap her in them very gently. And then I'm going to slowly unravel them.
She is just going to melt into them. Just melt into them. And she is going to, this is like, you can look on her face that like, it is almost like pure happiness, like on her face right now. She'll just look up at him, and for a long minute, she's gonna keep her eyes locked on his, as if she's contemplating.
As she's staring deeply into their eyes, the third wheel is going to go knock at the door. Sorry.
I am crying. Quit it.
Nice.
Well, actually, she's going to like tap her little fingers on the door because she doesn't knock. But
Nice.
I'm gonna rewrap my tentacles around my arms and then put my shirt back on.
Amy's gonna.
Wait, were you shirtless for that whole exchange?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I sure was.
Oh, all right, okay.
She's
We out here thinking Nana D's getting it, but Marcon's playing too.
So as he does that, she's gonna shift back into Nana D and like start to button her shirt back up because she was a little flustered, and when she shifted her clothes back, they weren't all the way buttoned. Step away from the doorway. Nod at it while she's buttoning her shirt. Slowly taking out a cigarette and lighting it.
I'm gonna go to the door and I'm gonna open it slightly. I'm gonna be like, "Hello?
friend, how are you this morning?
Oh, how you doing?" And then I'm gonna let the door open to show like Nana D getting herself ready.
Yeah.
Nana D.
Hello, young lady.
Hello to you. You don't have to call me young, though. I'm not that young anymore. I don't mean to interrupt. I just thought I didn't, new to this party. I didn't know what time you guys normally did breakfast.
And she'll look up at Marcon, take a drag of her cigarette, and then look back at you. Oh, why don't you come in for just a second?
Oh,
Yeah, come sit with
thank
us.
you. How was your evening? Did you have nice sleeps?
Oh, that sounds fantastic.
Oh, I mean, I Nana likes to have a good night.
Sounds like I had a fun night too. Lots of fun chats with old friends.
I hope we didn't keep you up.
Oh, no, I didn't hear
make too
anything.
much noise, did we?
No, but
the bathroom, it's just, and she's gonna make sure the door is closed.
it's okay. I was a bit distracted, but I'll listen out for it tomorrow night.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, it's not nice for a lady to kiss and tell, but since you're here, I was wondering if, because we don't know each other very well, and Nana has a thing that she needs to do, and I was wondering maybe, because you a nice young lady, and Nana is, Nana, so I was wondering if maybe, you Nana would like to go see a man about some battle muffins, and maybe you want to come with me.
Of course I would. How fantastic. I mean, if we're going to be stuck here between that shadow demon and this terrible plague, why not?
The what now?
That shadow demon that, threw up all the money in the middle of that tavern.
I told you about it. You don't remember?
Oh, forgive me. And she'll fan herself a little bit and adjust her collar. Oh, yes, that's right. Yes. Oh, yes. Shadows of the demons. Sure. I remember. So I, of course. Yeah. Well, maybe we could find some more stuff out about it. You know what I'm saying? And but I thought that since I don't know you and. I don't know if I want to know you, and you don't know me, and I still don't know if I want to know you. Maybe we could get to know each other.
Oh, that sounds fantastic. Are you coming with us, friend? And she'll turn to Marcon.
No, this would be a ladies' thing, and she'll drag her hand across his chest.
I don't sounds like you guys have a lot to talk about, and I'm actually gonna head over to the top of my bed, sit down and start putting my armor on, because it's in the morning. It's gonna take some time, so.
I love girl talk.
As Marcon is putting his armor on, you guys are gonna hear like a flapping of wings, and then you hear "fuck," and then you're gonna hear the rolling of armor on the ground, and the slamming of a door, and then thud, 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 and then Marcon's door is just gonna bust open. He's gonna be like,
Oh, I
fuck!
forgot to put up the lock. Yeah.
He's gonna be like, we gotta go. Oh, good, you're putting on your armor. I'll help. Let's go. And he's gonna like come in and he's gonna start explaining what happened to Thaxel at the gate.
Wait, you know about the thing at the gate?
The owl
Yep.
followed Thaxel.
Mm.
Yeah.
I messaged Dan. Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay.
Nana's
When
gonna
you
steal
were
one
like,
more glance.
go back to sleep, Aga was like, I will because I'm tired, but I'm sending a chaperone.
I did not know that. She did go back into rat form at the end of last week. Just heads up.
Nana's gonna steal one more glance and then look at Maeve'riel and be like, well, it looks like the boas are gonna be busy.
Ooh, perfect time to slip away.
She'll look back at Marcon and well, I mean, unless y'all need us.
Nah, I think we can handle it. Right, Aga? I'm gonna look at Aga with a smile and a wink. I think we got this.
Gonna kind of look from Nana to you. Put two and two
She's gonna put on her
together.
apron. She's gonna put her apron on now.
Put two and two together. Look at Maeve'riel and then you, and then raise an eyebrow like both. and then he'll finish tightening his strap on the armor and like, let's go, come on, we gotta get out of here. And he'll hurry you and him out the door as soon as your armor is on and you got a weapon.
Got it. All right, let's go.
She'll look over at you, Maeve'riel, and say, well, what should we do first?
Oh, well, you tell me. I haven't been in the city very long, so I don't know that much about it. What did you have in mind?
Well, so, let's see, so we gon' play a little game, you and I. Do you like games? Nana likes to play games sometimes.
Love games.
Yeah, do you like jails?
Oh,
Me
not
neither.
particularly. Yeah. Mm-mm.
So in this game, we gonna do this game where we play this game where we stay out of the jail.
Oh, sure. Okay.
Okay, and anything to do with sales. Can we agree on that?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, well then we got to find a man to see about a man that may or may not have some kind of how can I say this? So we gotta see what we can do to make some things go away. How about that? Do you like to make things go away?
I am great at playing hide and seek.
Oh, are you? Oh,
Yes.
I just played hide and seek, and she's gonna pat her hair, but that's neither here nor there. So I don't know my way around the city, so you know your way a little bit more than Nana. So I was thinking maybe we could go play some hide and seek. Oh.
Sounds fantastic.
Yeah, but we're not gonna go into jail.
Okay. And if we get in jail, don't worry. I'll get us out.
Okay.
Like
Alright.
this. And she'll wink at her.
So, look at her and snap her fingers in return and wink back. Okay, well, and then I don't know what that means, but we snapping. This is a girl thing, right? What am I supposed to call you again?
Oh, I'm known as Maeve'riel, but in a pinch, you can call me Maeve. It's fine.
Maeve?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. You one of them Johnson girls, is you Maeve?
Oh, I'm not sure what that is, but I am new to this plane.
Do you want me to tell you about the Johnsons?
Oh, why not?
She's gonna hop up on the bed and make herself really comfortable.
Okay.
And she's gonna scoot her butt back and forth and smooth out her little wool skirt and adjust her apron. Take a long drag of her cigarette and say, "So what happened was, right? A long time into the goes, way down deep in the deepest deepness of the deeps, there was a man. His name was Bubba Johnson, Okay,
Okay.
and he had himself some of them Johnson babies with a Barbara Johnson. So it's Bobby and Barbara, right?
So John, he went deep into Barbara. Is that what I'm picking up?
In the what?
Never mind. Keep going.
Just look at you like, what the fuck are you talking about? So Bobby Johnson and Barbara Johnson, they make these babies, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they called the Johnson boys. They got
Okay.
one Johnson girl, but they had about 10, 15 of them. But they got one girl, but she ain't riding the head, and so she more buffer than the Johnson boys all put together, right? And
Sure.
yeah, she just look crazy, but we don't say the C word around, huh? So
Oh.
yeah, it's a thing. So what happened was, right, the Johnson boys then got in some trouble, and anytime they go places, they get in trouble,
Mm-hmm.
and they cause trouble.
Okay.
And so sometimes Nana'd like to make sure the Johnson boys don't follow her, because see what happened was, right, the Johnson boys, they like do the mind fucky thing, and like you have to jetty mind swipe. Do you know what jetty mind swiping is, child?
Oh, not familiar. No.
Oh, okay. So jetty mind swapping, if you got to do this with me now, okay?
Okay.
So
All right.
you raise your arm up like this.
Okay.
It up and it just have like the forearm over your forehead.
Okay.
Right, yes, like that. Yes, that's right.
Mhm.
And then you look at him and you say, Jetty mind swap, and you do this, and I'm gonna cast suggestion.
Okay.
I'm
Go
gonna
ahead.
cast suggestion on her. I'm
Try it.
gonna say, you don't remember what just happened. You're gonna
Okay.
ask me to repeat it. It says a DC 17 wisdom saving throw.
I will. Is it a charm effect?
No.
Okay. Okay. Sorry, it just said a condition charmed. So.
It shouldn't be a charm effect.
Was it suggestion?
Yeah, it's suggestion.
Mhm.
It's a charm. Let me double check it. I'm pretty sure it's not.
It's just on my spell thing because I have suggestions that it was a. Oh.
I can double check.
It is a level 2 enchantment.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's a dirty 20.
Okay.
You said wisdom, right?
Yeah,
Yep.
wisdom. Yep. See, now I tell you again if you don't know.
I'm not sure what you're talking about.
Exactly, that's a jetty mind swap. So whenever you see,
Wait. It says creatures that can't be charmed or immune to this effect, so she is immune to it.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
So it is jetty mind swapping. That's a jetty mind swap, and so you always jetty mind swap them, so that they don't chase you no more.
Oh, sure. I do that all the time. I mean, not to one person. I like to do it to a whole lot of people at once, but yeah, I get it.
So you like the jetty mind swaps?
I do. I hope this doesn't make us not friends, but I like getting into trouble, and I like maybe making people think differently than they normally would.
Did you make me think differently than I would normally?
No. I mean, it looked like you were having a great time with some of my special magic, but you were thinking only thoughts that you would normally think.
Okay, how about we don't do that to me unless I say it's okay?
Oh, if it wasn't okay,
Well,
It
I'm
would
sure
have
if I
happened to
did
you.
it, I'm sure if I did it, it was probably okay. But how about you and I, agree to not do the thingies on each other? And
Sure.
I
How
won't
about-
dirty mind swipe you anymore, and you don't do whatever you say you done did.
Oh, of course. How about this though? Because there's something about my magic. It's not from this plane. That's a little chaotic. I can't really stop it. So, For that particular spell, I will warn you ahead of time before it happens, but
Does it make me feel good?
it makes you feel real good.
Okay, is it addicting?
Is it, I'm sorry, what?
Addicting?
Oh, no, not at all.
Does it make me speak things I shouldn't normally speak?
No.
And you say it made me happy.
Yeah, the happiest.
Okay, cool. Then we good.
Okay. I'll still warn you, though, just to be careful.
All right, and I will warn you if I'm going to demand swipe you like I just tried to do.
Sure. Sounds like a perfect plan.
Okay.
Okay.
So yep, I think we can do that. Do you like okay, so I'm gonna bring Peepaw with us, but just pretend like you don't see him.
Oh, well, I don't see him, so that'll be easy.
But that's okay. Don't
I'm sure
hurt
he's
his
there.
feelings.
No, I'm sure he's there. I don't see him. He's doing a great job of hide and seek.
Well, he's not here yet.
Oh,
She'll
well.
pull out a string and a piece of, and like tie a piece of wood to it and swirl it around and Peepaw. And then she's gonna like jump a little and summon my unseen servant. And then she's gonna like rest her head like on something in the earth. And the Peepaw's here now. You can just pretend like you don't see him, okay?
Oh.
And she'll like wink at you, like very blatant wink. You don't
Okay.
see him.
See who, Nana D?
Exactly. No, come on, Peepaw's. She don't see you now. So we should go do a thing and play hide and go seek without going into jail.
Perfect. Sounds like a fantastic morning.
And maybe we can get something to eat, to drink on the way.
Oh, please, I'm dying.
Okay, so Maeve'riel Nada Johnson. Got
Mm-hmm.
it. Mm-hmm. So she'll like hop off the bed and she'll say, "Now don't you go telling nobody what you done saw this morning. You know, the lady don't kiss and tell everybody.
Oh.
Not that you was kissing, right? You wasn't kissing. I hope you
I
wasn't.
was.
I didn't. Were you gonna try to kiss him?
Kiss. Oh, Marcon?
I'm not mad at you if you was.
Oh, I mean, he's a lovely specimen, but no, I
Chatty,
get my kisses elsewhere, if you will.
Woo! Let me just go. And she'll like go out the door. Say, "Don't forget to close the door on your way out." And she'll start walking towards the stairs.
She'll shut the door on her way out.
If you guys want to do the thing with them, that's fine. We can switch back and forth. I'm cool if you want. Otherwise, I think you know where we want to go to try to, she wants to go and try to find whoever she needs to talk to try to see about how to get rid of bounties.
Okay. Neat. Yeah, that'll be probably close to the the jail.
The jail.
Which you arrived at. Yeah, which you arrived. Yeah. There may be another building there, not quite the same one, but we'll see. All right. So as that's happening, Aga and Marcon head through the city, but I'm going to jump over to Thaxel because there'll be obviously some time between you heading out and getting there. So, Thaxel, it's her.
Hi, it is me.
She
Hi,
killed
I'm
them.
still here.
They start charging after you. There's three of them that start hustling after you.
So if I remember correctly, because I did mark it off on my list, right after I noticed, I had wild shaped back down into a rat and started like zigzagging back to the inn where we were staying.
Okay, you shift down into rat and you start. We're trying to go through the alley, get off the street and through the alleys.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Like I am blended, like any other rat that's here.
Okay.
Except like from the top, and if you were to like look at my underbelly, there's like a white stripe.
Nice. All right, I think they're gonna have a pretty limited opportunity to try and get you because there's other people on the street.
Yeah.
You're zigzagging, and once you get into the alleyways, it's going to be extra difficult. There's only 2 out of the 3 that are close enough to try and catch you. So if you can do, I guess, well, first, what is your rat speed? Do you know offhand?
I can look.
Okay.
It is 20 feet.
Okay, you start scurrying. That'll get you partway, like, it's about, let's see, you're just outside a door, so it's almost to, like, the sidewalk where you'll be able to start cutting down an alleyway. So you're still in the wide street next to the gate. Of course, it's wider here to load and unload things. I'm just going to have them do some checks, and if you don't mind doing a stealth check with your rat dexterity. Or whatever it is for stealth. In case that has any bonus to that.
Oh, good. 22.
Okay. One of them completely loses sight if you move! The other one that was like, it's her! Is like, she's there! And is racing through, trying to push people. I'm going to have them do an athletics check. Okay. Racing over to try and scoop you up. Okay, so you gotta move 20 feet, and they're about 10 feet, so they catch up just to where you are. Can you please do either with your rat's skills, either an athletics or an acrobatics check, because they're going to try and scoop you up off the ground before you get into the alleyway.
Oh no, hold on. I am lucking. Because that was dumb. There's too many.
And you have your thing tonight, right? You won the in-game inspiration.
Oh,
The DM inspiration.
Oh.
Which you may need. I'm just going to throw that out there.
Okay. They don't have... It doesn't have an acrobatics, so do I use mine?
Dex, well, nope.
Or just the dex?
Yeah, it'd be dex for, acrobatics and strength for athletics. And if they're not proficient, of course, it'd be no proficiency modifier, it'd just be the d20 plus that.
Since Nana just rolled and beat me.
You can use mine.
700, nice.
You can use mine, it's fine.
Are you sure?
Yeah, go ahead. I forgot about it. I just wanted to roll. That's the highest I've ever rolled.
That's amazing. It's really hard to break 700 on that.
It really is. So I was like, oh.
I just wanted to see if I could roll it. So
nice.
What's the inspiration again?
Let's see. This is us. We're level what? Such and such.
12.
So it's a D10.
Okay. Oh, that's awesome. Okay. 18.
Okay.
Right? 6, 7. Okay, yeah, it's an 18.
Mm-hmm.
However, I haven't used my subscriber die from this past month.
Oh, nice.
And I have one day.
You also had one given to you that you didn't use too.
When?
It was like 3 sessions ago.
Oh. Okay. Well,
it was because I gave you the one that Bob's wife asked me to delegate.
Right, yeah.
Can I still use that one, Dan, or
of course.
no?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that's just another D10?
That one is a D14 currently.
14. Okay.
So 10 and a 4.
Oh, hey, sexy numbers.
Nice.
What's 18 plus 9? 27?
Yes.
Okay.
Done.
Well, just the rat, you get scooped up in one hand, and you squiggle with your first roll. You manage to squiggle out with thankfully you're very lucky. Squiggle out and start chasing up the arm. Grabs you with the other arm and starts to pin you down, and then again, thanks to your subscriber die and everything else, he says, and you run down, you squiggle back out of his other hand, up over his shoulder, and then down his back, down the leg, and start scurrying off, which kind of puts it back in your turn if you want to just bolt.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna, mad dash, zig. I'm gonna do serpentine You know, like that one kid on Game of Thrones that didn't know how to serpentine. That's what I'm doing.
Awesome. All right, if you can make a stealth check with advantage because you're getting in the alleyway and there's
Oh, that was cocked. Hold on. So cocked.
Nice.
What the hell?
Can I have my dice back?
It wasn't. Where am I looking? Hold on. I'm sorry.
Nice.
I'm flustered now.
Did you end up using tonight's the one that Kim gave you tonight?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
I will. So with advantage. I'm going to go ahead and use my subscriber die because that was an 11.
Okay.
And I don't think that's a good enough.
Looking through
stealth
the
roll.
feet that are walking by and the boxes in the alleyway here where it starts to get a little more dim and dingy.
Why? Okay. Oh, hi.
You won't get away with killing our hero.
21.
Okay, nice. But you do. You get away with it because you, you completely lose the sight of you as you scurry in between some boxes and continue on. At that point, I don't think feasibly you'd be able to find a rat in an alleyway, you know, when it's... no. So, you are now safely scurrying down the alleyway, zigzagging about. Aga, can you make just a perception check with advantage with your owl, if your owl's still out? Just to kind of keep an eye on what's going on. Is that your character name, Vic? And your...
I don't know how it turned out that way. I just fixed it. I'm not sure.
I just opened it. I'm like, it's not there. That's so weird.
Yeah, no. It's so strange.
I feel like that's a Dan move. Okay. Oh,
or actually, I think it's +3 for the owl, so I think 13.
Okay. So you at least see the rat, her shift down into a rat, and you see this exchange, and then you see her get away into an alleyway. If you want.
So I know she got away?
Yes.
Well, that changes a lot of... Okay, I can put all these books away then.
Oh, I'm sorry, Aga.
Oh no, I was getting ready to do some crazy shit. I was ready to back Thaxel up hardcore. Yeah.
Nice. All right.
But no, it's okay. It's all good. It's all good. Save that trick for another day. It's fine.
In that case, Thaxel, are you just headed back to the inn? Okay. And Aga and Marcon, what would you like to do as you see this information?
Head in the same direction and just kind of have the owl follow her a little bit. Although I thought the owl I thought it had to be within 100 feet of me to communicate with me. So I thought as soon as she got seen, it would have booked it back to me. So
yeah.
So would it have seen her get away?
Yeah, I guess if it wasn't there. No, I guess not. Nope, you're right, because if it's communicating, it has to fly. Unless you send it back out. But still, I don't think it would have gotten back there in time. Yeah, that's a good point. Nope, owl's just coursing over, trying to keep an eye out. I will say that before you get there, your owl will get there and see that no Thaxel.
Okay. Will the guards, by the time the owl gets there and finds the area, I'm assuming that there's guards combing the streets looking for her. And does it look like they have any lead, or if they're just like kind of making a perimeter, or what's happening? Like,
they're starting to block off some roads, some alleyways and such. They're trying to box in this set of alleyways, and you can see it's kind of in the direction pointing from the gate towards, the inn. The inn's really far away, but I mean, you have it as a point of reference. So
yeah, I'm gonna relay that information to Marcon as we're hurriedly walking through the city. I'm gonna say, I have a good way of distracting them, but it's not pretty.
Oh, it doesn't need to be pretty. But
do you think we need the distraction? I'm a little worried. I don't really want them boxing Thaxel in. I'm a little worried about that. I mean, you've seen her fight, but I don't think you've ever seen her in a corner before.
You think it'll draw more attention than us drawing this attention if she does get backed into a corner?
Oh God. Oh fuck, yeah. Yes, I do.
I think
she can turn into living fire. She's terrifying. Yes. Don't put nobody puts Thaxel in a corner.
Gotcha. So I think the best course of action is the distraction that you're gonna make, because we don't want her backed into the corner, causing all kinds of attention, putting us in the eye of the law. So
All right.
I'd rather avoid that.
Help me find somebody nobody will miss. And I'm gonna, as we're walking through the streets, just look for like somebody who looks like they're sick, and that like nobody knows them, and like
I'll put on the paladin charm.
No, I don't need charm for this.
No, like to get them into this alleyway. So we
Okay. Just help me find somebody really quick.
Nice.
Okay.
How do you want to entice people, Marcon, into the alleyway? Is there anything you want to say or do to get them come over?
I want to find the most the sickliest looking person, because I know disease is plaguing the city, and then I want to be like, I can cure what ails you, and then have my hands start glowing with my lay on hands.
Okay.
It's like, I can fix you.
Nice.
Like all you need to trust me, and I'll make whatever roll I have to make to get them to come with me down this alley.
Go ahead and make either a persuasion or a deception, whichever you feel be more appropriate.
I feel like persuasion.
Okay.
Well, I am lying to them. You know what? We'll go with deception.
Okay.
It's my lower roll, but I feel like that's a little bit better.
Okay. Oddly, you don't see.
Can I assist with like you're too kind, helping the people of this city, blah 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 blah.
Go for advantage for sure then.
Okay.
Oddly, I will say that you don't see anywhere near as many. This plague, for all the talk and actions, you haven't really seen that many sick people. There's definitely sick people, but it looks like the regular run-of-the-mill big city sick people. So you find a person.
So they're regularly sick. Okay.
Snot running down their nose and stuff, and all caked into their beard.
How's a 19? Because I rolled a nat 1 on my other one. It's a 19 though.
You can heal me. Coughs up some blood phlegm. Spits it. Please, I don't have much to pay with. Do I need?
I'm gonna reach out. I'm gonna reach out my hand in a very kind gesture. Follow me this way. We have makeshift offices back in this alley.
Oh, thank.
I'm going to trail him into the back.
Oh, thank you. Yes. Oh, kind of walking with like an arch to the back, and some joints are aching and clearly fevered, and the pallor is all sickly. And they follow you back into the alleyway.
So Aga's gonna make sure he's walking in front of the two of them, and like once they're in the alleyway and nobody can like see his hands, he's going to pull out a small glass vial and a knife, and then he's going to wait until they like dip behind some kind of corner or like a dumpster or something that's in the alleyway where they can't be seen. He's gonna wait for this dude to come around the corner and just right in the neck.
And I'm gonna hold the dude's shoulders and shove him into the knife.
Nice. Oh, thank you.
Oh, he's gonna try and do it so he can't make noise. Like
okay.
like and then just rip the knife out sideways and stick the vial up to the yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You capture a bunch of blood in it. It's just looking down and just he did.
Okay. And then I'm going to. I'm sorry, I lost who. Okay, so I'm going to cast at 6th level. Summon Greater Demon using the blood of a humanoid killed within the past 24 hours.
Perfect.
And I'm going to summon a Maurezai. Maurezai, Maurezhi.
Okay, yeah.
And I'm going to instruct it to consume the body of the humanoid we just... Yes, that's it. To consume the body of the humanoid we've just killed, take its form, seek out the guards creating a perimeter near the south gate, and kill them.
Okay.
And so it's going to look like this old man
nice.
Cause havoc until I lose concentration an hour from now.
Do you just turn your backs as it goes about its dark business?
Yes, I'm going to get as far away from it as I can.
Absolutely, yeah.
Because
I'm actually gonna pull my scarf up a little bit. And
the first thing I'll say to it, actually, my first command will be, "Tell me your true name." and then it's going to have to tell me its true name because it's required to follow the first command, and then using its true name, I will then give the next commands so that it has disadvantage on the saving throw every turn. But it gets like hundreds of them. Eventually, I'll lose control.
Nice.
But I am going to concentrate for the full hour and get it over in that direction to cause a serious ruckus.
It begrudgingly, you tell it the next command, and it obeys. You just, as you're turning to walk away, you just see it jaw drop, disengage, and start stuffing, almost like a snake. It's not it chewing; it's just slowly pushing the body down into that really gross, like pot belly. Yep, and off you go to.
As we walk back towards the inn, I'm just gonna look at Marcon and go, 2 problems in one. Now the body's gone too.
I like your style, and I'm gonna reach out my gauntlet like this.
Nice.
Well, actually, you know what? He has no idea what that is. He's just gonna look at it.
I'm gonna awkwardly put my hand down. Never mind. We'll work on that.
Offering to spar or something, or?
Nah, it was a gesture of good job, man. But never mind. Let's keep moving.
All right. So the two of you do. I think you'll likely, unless you want to hang around to here to see or send your owl or anything to monitor that. Otherwise,
I'm going to stay a good distance, like physical distance from where I think it's going. But I am going to try and stay within 100 feet of the owl and have the owl keep an eye on it and follow it around. So I'll never be closer than 100 feet or so.
Nice.
But I am going to keep an eye on it until I lose control of it. And then when I lose control of it, I'm just going to scoot away from it just in case it gets tracked back to me. I'm still
Awesome. It seems you seem to be pretty successful in this endeavor as it continues off to that gate. And, in fact, you're out through your owl, you see it, now looking like that. It takes the form, right, of the thing it ate.
Yes, yeah.
So you see it walk through a couple of alleyways, and then as it passes through back into sight of the owl, it's now in that guy's form, and it just approaches the gate, and one of the guards is like, oh, sir, and then it just goes and bites a bunch of his fingers off. And starts creating certainly a diversion. A number of guards swarm it, and actually probably won't have to worry beyond that because there's a lot of guards, and it doesn't...
Well, it is a challenge rating 7.
Yeah.
It's not gentle.
No.
And every time it kills someone, it can raise a ghoul. I'm sorry, it's a recharge. But it raises a ghoul when it kills someone.
Okay.
And it has 2 attacks every turn. I don't know how tough the guards are, but if it manages to kill one, it's suddenly got a friend. So
okay. I'm going to say it gets at least 1 ghoul in the fight. There's 3 that start attacking. And then you see arrows light up off the top of the wall, and some of these ramparts or the towers nearby. And it turns into a thing. It's biting and chewing, and that guy's just like holding his hand for a minute where there's the fingers were sort of in disbelief. Yeah, definitely diversion successful.
Nice.
And you hear the guards exclaim, "Oh shit!" And that's where we'll take our bio break tonight.
Oh man.
That was smooth, Dan. Normally I see it coming, but that was fucking good.
Nice.
Oh, shit.
Awesome. So for those who don't know, I checked the time. Like, yeah, it's good. We take an 8 to 10 minute bio break, and then we'll be back. I'm gonna go get some fresh coffee because I need it. And all right, we'll catch y'all soon. Our mics will be live, and you can just enjoy. Hot. Yes. Awesome. Mics are hot. Oops. Oh, yikes. All right.
Oh, Marcon. Jazz going wild. And everybody goes AFK, but me.
Oh, they are. I haven't been able to check. I haven't checked it. Hold on.
All the tentacle love. So are y'all having fun? Are you enjoying our downtime? Not much down to. I mean, yeah. I would definitely say I don't know how. I'm saying it's probably pretty down, or not, depending on your definition of down. I don't know.
Oh, I think there's some getting down.
Yeah, pretty down, I guess.
Yeah. Kim, I don't think they're ready for the chaos crew that is Emmy and Maeve. Yeah.
No, this is gonna be glorious.
They're so used to the well-behaved Rhea.
Emmy's just itching to get out there and do some dirt.
Victoria's been holding it in for 2 years on this damn stream, or a year and a half, however long we've been together.
I know, it's about to get fun now.
Yep. IRL, I'm a chaotic bard, so I'm playing a chaotic bard. Shit's about to get real.
This is gonna be so much fun. I just can't wait to see Maeve's reaction when Emmy shifts.
I know.
That's gonna be, and it really depends on what she shifts into too. That's gonna be the funny part.
That's true.
So, yeah.
So excited.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry to cut off your suggestion spell. I was like, ooh, I think it's a charm effect. I'm sorry.
Yeah, well, I don't know. On mine, it doesn't say anything. I don't know. Maybe it's just I'm not reading all.
Oh, you know what? I have the player's handbook. Let me look for real.
So it doesn't. Okay, let me look. Let me get my glasses out. Okay. You suggest a course of activity limited to a sentence or two. Blah blah blah. Creatures that can't be charmed or immune to this. Okay, yeah. So I didn't scroll down far enough. Like I don't scroll all the way down. I'm not even going.
Oh sure. Hey, neither do I.
Yeah, I'm just like, if she doesn't, whatever. She just calls it Jenny mind swiping.
Yep.
Whatever.
Well, I love it. I only caught it because the app that I use for my spells, if it notices that something's mentioned, like an effect, it lists it down at the bottom. So it says conditions charmed. And I'm like, I know this doesn't charm you. So I went back and read it. And I'm like, oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'm like, it's not a charm. I'm just suggesting that you possibly consider a different course of action. Yeah. I didn't scroll all the way down. That's why bad. And I should know. But nobody in any of my campaigns ever uses suggestions. So it's like one of those rare birds in my campaigns. Like, nobody has it, actually. So.
Right. I'm so excited for all this glamour magic. It looks like we're going to have, some fun mashups.
Yeah. This is going to be, yes. Definitely, yes.
I have an M.
I think The Eye of the World is the first book in the Wheel of Time series. I think.
I am always looking for more book suggestions because I often have to drive down to South Florida at least once a week. So that's a 3 to 5 hour drive, depending on where I'm going. So I love me some audiobooks.
You know the author I'm always ranting about, Brandon Sanderson?
Mm-hmm.
His... So Robert Jordan wrote the Wheel of Time series, but he passed away before he could finish it. And he put in his will a request for Brandon Sanderson to finish it, and
Oh.
Robert Jordan's wife, whose name escapes me at the moment, actually got in touch with Brandon and said he wanted you to finish it. Could you please? I've got all his notes. You just got to come over and read them and all this. And Brandon said, "Oh God, yes, of course. I'd love to," and finished the series for him, and people loved it. So yeah,
I'll have to look. I did look up. I looked for Brandon Sanderson on Audible. The person that was reading the books that I had looked into was awful. I could not listen to it. But luckily, my mom has like the biggest fantasy library and sci-fi, library this side of the Mississippi.
I'm so upset that like Amelia got to meet your mom and I didn't.
I'm sorry. They're not that far. They'll come up another time soon, I'm sure.
I'm just saying we all need to go for drinks sometime.
Oh, you say that.
Because your parents sound like they'd be an absolute blast.
They are more party hardy than I am, and that's saying something. Yeah. So
you should meet Amelia's parents.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
All the excitement. I'm trying to think what would be.
Like last time I went down to my parents, my mom gave me a stack of 6 or 7 books, softback books, and was like, "This is your reading homework." It's like, "Thanks, Mom." She's like, "Maybe you can use some of it in your D&D," because she knows I play. I'm like, "Yeah, that's a good idea, Mom."
That's funny.
She's so cute.
Oh my God, spelling your name is really difficult because I have to figure out where to put the apostrophe.
Oh, yes. I do love me some Mercedes Lackey. Have not read Patricia Briggs, though. But I do love Mercedes Lackey.
I don't know who Mercedes Lackey or Patricia Briggs is.
I will do you some trading because I have a lot of Mercedes Lackey and love it. Love it.
See, I'm super upset with myself because when I was a kid, I really loved like the Aragon series, the Inheritance series. Mm-hmm. And I just kept rereading it instead of reading other fantasy books.
Oh, right.
And so I know it like the back of my hand. Like he made 4 different references to the Doctor, one of which was like directly like he lives in a box that's bigger on the inside and walks in and out of doors.
Yeah.
Like literally I was like, okay, that's the Doctor. You can't, that's like, there's no one else that could be. And then there's a bunch of other like ridiculous quotes that are references to other things that the author loved. But I read it like, I think the first book I read 12 times. And it's a pretty sizable book. It's like a Harry Potter book. It's pretty big.
Yeah.
And then the 4th book is the book I read the least, and I read it 4 times. So, I mean, I read that series a lot and then never really expanded until my friend, I went to his groomsmen party, whatever you call that, bridal party? I don't know. Anyway, went to his wedding thing, and as like a gift, he gave me 3 different books that were the first book in different series. He gave me The Crown Tower, which is the Riria Chronicles, and then he gave me, I'm looking at them on my bookshelf trying to remember what they were. He gave me The Knife Itself, which is the first book in the First Law series, which is a phenomenal grimdark series, and then which is actually where some of the inspiration for Aga came from, some of it, and then he gave me The Way of Kings, which is the first book in the Stormlight archive, which I never shut the fuck up about, because that shit is so good. Oh my God. But anyway, so then I started branching out more.
You feel like what, Kim?
I feel like the anti-nerd. Because, like, I read a bunch of books when I was a kid, but it was like John Saul, Stephen King, Dean Koontz. So I feel sorry for the people on Saturday. But, like, all the fantasy stuff, I didn't start reading any of that until I was an adult.
Oh, I mean,
that's
man.
how
No,
I
my
feel,
mom
though.
started feeding those to me when I was a kid to, like, because we were all big readers, and I read, like, above my grade, to the point where if anyone knows who Laurel K. Hamilton is, my mom gave me her first book in the 6th grade, which is not appropriate for a 6th grader, but she's like, "You're old enough to handle this content." No, don't give your 6th grader that. But I loved it, and I read all of it.
I mean, Knowing a few things about your parents, I'm not surprised.
Yeah, well, you know what? Yeah.
Yeah.
The first book I ever got was The Law of War and Peace by Hugo Grotius. So, like, all of my books were like, all of my books have to like Voltaire, Nietzsche, and all of this like political philosophy, and then horror. Like,
I read
all the horror.
Like history nonfiction because I was like an uber history nerd, or these really, fantasy, sci-fi. Those were, and Laurel K. Hamilton, dirty AF. Gets even so dirty that I've stopped reading it like 25 books in because I was like, this has gone way beyond dirty. Like,
wow. Yeah, John Grisham. Yep, I read John Grisham.
I'm gonna go get my homework so I can show you two.
See, I feel terrible because people like list off authors, and I'm like, who are these? I don't know Patricia Briggs. I don't know what was the other one that Horsey said. I don't remember. I don't know who the other guy was that they mentioned. And then Emerson is saying John Grisham. Don't know that. Don't know Mary Higgins Clark.
You know John Grisham by probably like the movies.
Tolkien. I know Tolkien. Emerson. Sorry, John. What movies has he done?
So John Grisham movies. I just watched one a couple weeks ago. I can't remember the name. Grisham movies. So The Firm, Pelican Brief, The Client, A Time to Kill, The Rainmaker, The Gingerbread Man, Painted House, Runaway Jury, The Street Lawyer.
The Client is the only one I recognized out of those, and even then I've never seen it. I've just heard the name before.
Yeah, these are all a woman. Just so you know.
Yeah, these are all John Grisham movies.
Is that Tor Books? Is that who the publisher is that you're holding? Yeah, up at the top of the spine.
Fantasy Daw.
Oh.
I know.
What book is that? Let me see.
This one is The Serpent Shadow by Mercedes Lackey. My favorite is Fire Rose. She does a lot of like reimaginings of like classic fairy tales. They're fantastic. Robin McKinley,
like the original Brothers Grimm.
Yes. Patricia Briggs is in my pile of homework, Horsey. So, Iolona Andrews, Anne Bishop. I'm very excited.
I do know Tolkien, though I've never actually read all the way through one of the books. I got halfway through The Hobbit, and I was too young, dude. I was so young. I was like, this is way too much.
Are you so young now that you can't read it?
Well, now I've been spoiled because now I'm serious. I no joke. I went to read a book the other day and I was like, this is garbage in the first few pages because I just fell fucking in love with Brandon Sanderson and his writing because he does this phenomenal job. I'm going to gush for a minute, but he does this phenomenal job of like universe spanning, like multiple like cosmos affecting plot lines with these stories of individuals that are so personal and small and relatable. Like in the Stormlight Archive, it's literally a god invading a planet, and you have these people with PTSD and self-worth problems and regret from their past and stuff, and it's so like one of the one of the big things in the book is oaths. And one of the characters, his oath is, I will protect those, even those I hate, especially if the one I hate the most is myself. And I was like, holy shit, some of these are so relatable. Oh my God.
Yeah.
And I was like, some of that shit was like heavy for me. Like I had to put the book down. And so it's like really crazy, personal, like relatable stories, like with individuals that feel so real with these like universe spanning plot lines. And it's just it's so good. Anyway, I gotta stop gushing.
Yes,
Patrick Rothfuss, Danny Phantom. Yes, I have.
Yes.
I read The Name of the Wind, but I did not read the sequel yet.
He came to my town about 2 years ago. It was awesome.
I forgot to top off my water, but I'm listening. Go without me.
I topped off my wine and I forgot my water an hour ago.
Oh no!
Look at Poppy! Hi.
Oh. Amelia has sequestered both my dogs in the room. So.
One of them decided that it was bedtime, and the other one's like, "What are you all doing?"
You up?
What? What you doing, huh?
WYD.
Nice.
What you doing? I don't know letters.
Nice. Because I'm just a puppy and I'm cute.
Because I'm a puppers. And this is Sammy's voice, too. Yeah.
Aww.
If a goddess has a puppy, what's the classification of the puppy? Is it like a demigod?
No, so Sammy actually is a
Puppetar?
cleric. No, Sammy's a
Is he
cleeric.
Oh, so the puppies are champions.
Yeah.
Okay.
Champions of the cause.
I got
Minotaur?
commissioned an artist to draw our dogs as D&D characters for my husband for Christmas.
Yeah.
And Sammy is our cleric because he gives kisses to heal all the things.
He
And
wasn't a. You mean not a bard, really?
no, none of our dogs are bards. And River is the barbarian because she rages all the time being a dachshund.
Nice.
Dachshunds are the best.
They are the best.
I love dachshunds. My 3 favorite dogs are dachshunds, boxers, and pit bulls.
Okay.
Pit bulls are awesome too.
Kitties are so cute. Vic, speaking of dogs and Dragons and Dungeons characters,
Yeah.
when are we playing Dungeons and Doggos, bro?
Whenever you fucking want to. I'm so excited. I have my minis. I have my.
We should do. Well, I don't know. Dan, seed planting.
Yeah.
Dungeons and Doggos one shot.
Absolutely. Yeah, make it all
It's on
happen.
the list.
Make it rain.
It's on the list.
Amazing
Yeah.
D&D.
Make it
Yeah.
rain on the D&D.
That
Hi, Emilio.
Emilio. Yo.
Hi.
I don't know why I did that. That's embarrassing. It's a third.
Nice.
Yo,
So
hello,
it's
My
rhyme with
third
Emilio.
fellow
cup
kids.
of alcoholic. Look, the youths have made it into the chat.
That's amazing.
They
Oh my
drink
God.
a lot.
Did we summon him? Is that what happened? We summoned him.
We did.
There's a
Yep.
whole subreddit
so.
dedicated to moments like that, Victoria.
Amazing.
A whole subreddit dedicated.
Preserved forever, and it's that was fun. That was
I
fun.
can't wait to see the Twitch or the Twitch clip in Discord.
Oh, thank you for planting that.
Oh, yeah,
Luckily,
is-
my
is
face
there any-
wasn't. Oh yeah, it was.
You were even like, yo.
I know.
Nice.
I know.
It's fantastic.
Anyway.
Embarrassing.
No. That was
Ooh,
great.
Emersina makes a good point, and I think I'm a shithead for it. She says, any hint yet on the day of the crossover? I don't think I actually put my availability in.
You have it.
Can
I'm
you?
looking at it now.
Yeah, I'm a scumbag, and I'm terrible for that.
Oh shit! I need to do that too.
Yeah, can you shoot that into
Can you
the
send that
dis-
again?
the Discord chat? And I'll
Absolutely.
get on it.
God
Yeah.
damn it.
Well, I'm at work tomorrow, if not tonight before I go to bed.
I'm available all the time, so it's okay.
Okay. All right. Here's the thingamabobber.
All
Boop.
the-
It's
all
in.
the times.
Did I just
Tourism
hear that
Discord.
Deontay's available?
I am super available all the time.
Are you?
I
Let's
am.
see. I think with the two of you,
Yeah.
that's gonna be
Hell.
everybody, because
Meow meow.
Steph, Frank, Sam, Ed, Melissa, Beth. All right, that's 7.
And me.
We have 8.
Oh, God.
Oh, right.
And me.
Warren won't be in it, so that's fine. That's everyone from Stormfall, and then Kim,
God.
Victoria, and
Oh my God,
Faxel, and then once the two of you enter, that's everybody.
Gotcha.
Oh, we're the last ones. Shit, I
Mhm.
feel like God. I'm sorry. I've been so busy, Dan.
That's
Bobby,
cool.
we
Work
ain't
and-
shit,
between
man.
work and
We
school
really
and
ain't
everything.
shit.
Don't
Yeah,
worry
but
about
anyway.
it, guys. So
Yeah.
as it stands, I'll say
Work
that
is getting me though. I'm not gonna lie.
Aw.
It's okay.
Not a prob. Yeah, it's right now there's actually only one day where everybody can make it. Last time there were no days everyone could make it. we had to miss a person or two. It's currently looking like the 28th, Saturday, the 28th at like 3 in the afternoon, 3 to whatever, it runs about 3.5 hours. Although I might have to start that a little early and have who can't make it just before that, Victoria. So I might have to start it an hour
Is it a
early.
Saturday?
What time?
Is that
What
you're
time are we
talking
looking
Saturday,
at?
Oh,
Saturday
my-
the 29th.
28th.
Oh, okay.
The
My
20th
Saturday
of March.
opened up.
Oh, it did? Oh, good.
Yes.
All right.
Yes. I shifted around my things on Saturdays, so I can be available earlier.
Is that a day that I'm doing mine, Vic? Because I don't remember the dates.
I don't remember either. Let me do the counting. Hold on.
Because it's next week, right?
No,
right. It's not this coming weekend.
March. Yeah, March.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, of March. So
Saturday the 28th.
No, we're off that day.
7th. So the 7th and the 21st. So 28th. Okay, yeah. So I'm available that day too, all day.
And Tasha, I see it's just. Are you? So it says you're not available like noon or 1. If that changes.
Oh, I can do that.
Yeah.
Wait.
On Saturday the 28th, it's just you. If Victoria's is open, it would just be you currently.
I'll do it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I have my local group if we're even meeting that weekend, but they don't start. Like we don't get there until like 6:30 or 7 my time.
Okay.
So as long as I have like an hour between,
this would make it even earlier.
Okay,
we could start at noon, which would be great because we can all get lunch. Sit down and
love my time.
Is we could have a pre-stream chat where we all have mimosas and lunch.
Yes.
I'd be down for
Get
that,
the sillies out of our system.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh yeah, dude. That would be a blast. And people
Dan,
come
how
to
do you
just
go
hang
back
out
a
and ask
month?
questions.
And when is good? Because the link you sent me to March.
No, that's it. It's going to be next month in March.
Okay.
So don't worry about any
specific
February
day?
stuff.
Gotcha.
Currently, we're looking at Saturday the 28th. So I guess if you just wanted to keep it simple for you, so you don't have to plug it all in. If you could put in whatever you're available on Saturday the 28th.
I just did that last week.
Okay. So
then so what time do you think we'd be done on Saturday the 28th?
If we get to start at noon, which it sounds like we can, Rob can do it, and we'll just check on Deontay once. Do you know if you'll be able to do noon that day, noon to like 3:30, Deontay?
For the 28th, yeah.
Okay.
I can definitely do it.
So we're looking at like noon to 3:30.
Okay, so then what I can do, are you going to live stream that?
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so then when that is over, then Saturday, that night,
You're
we'll
welcome
start
to
Court of Thorns.
Mm-hmm.
So then I'll let them know when we'll do our session 0 the week before, and then we'll have Court of Thorns. Are you cool for that, Deontay? Can you do 2 sessions like that?
Well, yeah, because we're starting a little bit late for Court of Thorns, right?
Yeah, it's gonna be 7 p.m. Pacific or 10 p.m. Eastern.
Yeah, I can do that.
Okay. All right. So we'll start Court of Thorns that same night.
Okay.
Amazing. Yeah,
that's when we're starting the campaign.
Yeah, that'll be campaign start day. We'll do
Gotcha.
session 0 the week before. Are you open on the week before? Yeah.
Yeah, it should be open on that night. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so the week before we'll do session 0. It'll be off stream, and then our live stream will be right after. It'll start that night.
And
sounds good. So you guys have a day start day now. Session 0 and all that. So
yeah.
I need all the things and stuff from everybody that's in the campaign. You guys have until the 7th for. If you want to get in on it, you guys have the closing date to have all the details, not just register, but all the details have to be in by the 7th. So your character stories, because I have to sit down with everybody. So if you're interested, there's that. If you want to know the teaser, I can give you guys the link to the teaser so you can see what that's about.
Okay.
This week we're doing how magic and time affect the campaign. How there's a change in that. That's going to be this Saturday. How that works in the region. I'm so excited now.
That's really great. Yeah, so that's it. That's official. The second official crossover here, Stormfall and Curious Lament, will be March 28th, Saturday at noon, and it'll run about 3.5 hours. How exciting. Yes, so we'll start hyping some stuff with that. And then right after, not right after, but when that night, that same evening, the very first episode of Court of Thorns. which
It's gonna be
means
super interesting. I'll
Yes.
be like that.
oh
The
my
mind
gosh,
fucking has already begun.
nice.
Some of the-
And that also means that that following Tuesday, right? Let me just check my calendar here. That's what would you say, the 28th of March. So the 31st of March will be the first episode of Mad Bird Squawks.
Nice.
I'll probably have a few extra people on that just to help work out all the crossover issues. I checked out just a little bit of chat because I had to see what broke Rob. And I just took a minute to appreciate it, and then I left because I try not to go into that one.
Was it put in chat or no?
I didn't see anything in here, just in the Zoom chat.
Stay out of Zoom.
I don't usually go to, but Rob losing it, and I'm like, I have to know.
I literally couldn't breathe for a minute there.
It was so great. I was like dancing to it too.
I was just singing to my microphone, Bobby. I don't know what you were laughing about.
God, are you making fun of Vic and her singing? That's
I
rude.
was, you know what? No, I was laughing at. Vic was saying that she was asking in our chat if it's terrible that the song that she likes to sing out is "Tits Out for the Boys."
Tits out for the boys.
And I've never heard that song, so I YouTubed it
for
and
the
was
boys.
listening to it, and it's just fucking hilarious. It just reminds me of like Saturdays are for the boys, except it's sexual, so it's fucking hilarious. And I was just dying because that definitely wasn't a microphone she was singing into.
We all need to.
Hold on, go on. I mean, you go on.
You'll just have to go back and watch the VOD.
Now back
Oh.
to D&D.
My God.
Yes, right.
Do we need the maturity warning again? I'm just saying.
Let's throw that up. Here we
How
go.
about the
Shh, shh, shh.
Following D&D campaign is rated TDMALSVEE. It contains strong language, sexual situations, violence, extreme
Surprise,
nerdiness, and evil player
motherfucker.
characters. It is intended only for mature audiences. Your discretion is advised.
are putting up this warning right now. What the fuck is wrong with you?
Man, I thought we were giggly on Sunday night. This
Oh,
is
man.
ridiculous.
Nice.
Wait,
It's been a long week already,
Yeah,
okay?
it's been a long week. I'm stressed out because I have a test on Thursday and I'm drinking far too much wine. I drank
It's fine.
half a bottle tonight.
That's
You're
amazing.
precious.
It's a good start.
You got like a day to recover. You'll be all right.
I'm not even gonna lie. I might have put like 3 shots instead of 2 in my drink.
Nice. Loaded up.
Especially tea.
Yeah.
Was it those tentacles
so-
that made you melt, or was it those shots?
I mean,
Or was
No.
it both? Or was it both?
could be. Could
Por
be.
qué no los dos?
I don't want to have no problem. That's for sure.
Oh, tentacle kitty. Those are the sounds it makes.
Meow meow.
Meow, meow.
Meow meow.
Nice. You're all monsters, Amelia. Crack me up.
Don't judge us.
Oh my
I
God.
mean,
So Thaxel was scurried
Oh.
back to the end.
That would be such a fun.
Just 'cause
Did you
it's
guys
been-
see the Monster Hearts one
No.
shot Critical Role did?
Oh, right,
yet.
sorry. Yeah.
don't no spoilers.
I haven't seen it. I just
No,
saw the
just
art,
don't.
and I was like, bro,
No.
that would be such a fun system to
I'm gonna
play
mute you.
with this group. I am
I'm
not
muting
saying
you.
anything
Sure.
about the
I'm
show.
muting you.
Okay.
Yep. Can we just talk about Marcon's tentacles? I'm cool with that.
Nice. I mean, they can take on the color and texture of flesh, so I'm just gonna throw that out there for some.
That's right.
imagery. Nice.
That's canon.
I've already drawn them as blue, so they're staying blue.
Nice.
They can change color.
Come.
All right, so Thaxel, as a little rat, scurries back, back to the tavern. Rob and Marcon, Aga and Marcon have successfully sent their distraction out to the place. I think that maybe we'll scooch back to Maeve'riel and Nana D. Oh, I've got to put your thing back. Yikes. Sorry about that, Nana D.
I recovered from our Mid-break giggles. Okay.
Before they get all the way down the stairs, Nana's gonna turn around and look at Maeve'riel and say, "So, just so you know, don't necessarily look that tall dude in the eye, because I might have he might have seen Marcon in my room last night."
Oh. I mean, his feelings might have been hurt from what I understood, but okay.
But yeah.
I can keep a secret.
I mean, yeah, it's a secret that okay. Sure.
I mean,
is this like what we supposed to do? And this is how we supposed. You had to forgive Nana because she ain't like. I'm not used to talking to other women's. What do women's talk about together?
Oh, I'll be honest. I'm not really used to talking to other women either. So I guess we'll just figure it out as we go. Whatever we want. That sounds good to me.
I mean, whatever you want to talk about. I'm talking to you. Have you ever humped a tree?
No, I've hugged a tree. I've been humped on a tree, but never humping a tree.
Nice.
Wait, what? Well, how does that? She just kind of looks at you and tilts her head like, "What?"
Acrobatics.
But I guess I mean, because Lady Queen's Axel. Do you know Lady Queen? Oh, the Lady Queen. And she'll like look around to see if anybody heard her mention the name, because she doesn't know whether the name is on the thing. So about this thing that we're gonna do, maybe we should ought to go outside. And then she'll just like look at you, and if you let her, she'll say directly to your mind. So the things that we need to do are not necessarily. We could get in trouble. Are you okay with that? Obviously, She notices the voice change.
Yeah. I like trouble, so I'm okay with it. Just know, I don't know if you were there when I was talking to your friend. I don't lie, so be prepared for that. But I can keep secrets.
Good to know. I don't break my word.
Good to know.
So, I'll let you lead. And if anybody asks, I have my muffins and my candies.
Great. Where are we heading to first? Are we going to go just try and...
Let's see what we can figure out first. See if there's anybody. She'll say out loud. But I have a question. Do you? How can I say this? So there's one other thing that I want to do on our way, if you don't mind. And she'll kind of lean in close, lower her glasses down on the tip of her nose, look you in the eye, and as she does, like it almost looks like the left eye turns like a gray, but like just briefly, but goes back to the bright blue. And she'll say, in your mind, "Do you know Leviathan?"
Victoria doesn't. Dan, does that ring a bell or anything?
What was it again? Sorry.
Leviathan. I'll DM you the link.
Okay. Yeah. If you don't mind, I'll see if that's something that she may or may not know. Oh, look at that.
The dogma is at the very bottom.
Oh, right. Okay, this is what. Yeah. Make a religion check, Maeve'riel, if you would.
Oh, you got it. Not half bad at those. Oh, when I roll, okay. Oh, wrong mouse. Okay.
That one was Staxel. No, just kidding.
11 plus religion, you say, yeah? Oh, 19.
Oh, okay. So you're not intimately familiar, but you have a pretty good grasp on it, more so than most folks.
Okay.
Keeping abreast of this stuff anyway.
Sure.
So, what do we know? Leviatar is also known as the Maiden of Pain, not to be confused with the Lady of Pain that rolls over a sickle. The Willing Whip and the Scourge Mistress. She's a malevolent goddess of agony. Fun. Whee! Basically, the followers kind of live by the dogma that the world is filled with pain and torment, and the best that one can do is suffer those blows that cannot be avoided and deal as much pain back to those who offend. Kindnesses are the best companions to hurts and increase the intensity of suffering. Let mercy of sudden abstinence from causing pain and of providing... Oh, wow, who wrote this? Unlooked for healing come over you seldom, but at whim, so as to make folk hope and increase the mystery of Leviatar's mercy. Unswerving cruelty will turn all folk against you. Act alluring and give pain and torment true to those who enjoy it as well as to those who deserve it most or will be most hurt by it. The lash, fire, and cold are the three pains that never fail the devout, spreading Leviatar's teachings whenever punishment is meted out. Pain tests all, but gives strength of spirit and true pleasure to the hardy and the true. There is no true punishment if the punisher knows no discipline. Wherever a whip is, there is Leviatar. Fear her, and yet long for her. Bam. Here you go.
Okay. Well, with that knowledge running through her brain like a wiki,
Nice.
she'll turn back to Nana and say, I'm aware. Why would you... Are you interested in that kind of thing?
Curiosity is no, it's curiousness. Curious.
It's
Curious
just...
about me. I'm asking for a friend.
Sure. I mean, no judgment. I just... Little... Their acolytes are a little long-winded and dreary, you know?
I mean, not that I would know from, would you like a battle muffin?
You don't have to hide anything from me. Like I said, no judgment. But I would love a battle muffin. If it's one of those that are filled with the whiskey goodness.
Oh yeah. And she'll pull it out, and it is like, it's the black battle muffin with the, almost a perfect rendition of an illicit, like, displayed on top. And she'll look at you like this is like something very special. And she'll offer it to you and say, no judgments, right?
No judgments. She'll take it.
Okay.
And very carefully, she'll start licking the frosting off.
That one is like the one that she put all the extra liquor in.
Yes.
All the extra liquor.
It's a girl's day. Where's Axel?
Okay, well then I guess we should go see what we can find out about the things, and if we haven't, we can find some. We can play hide and seek with papers.
Sounds fantastic.
Okay.
Do we know where to go, Dan, to play hide and seek with papers?
Now, I want to say Dan, that we are going to try to find a way to collect on the bounty and end it without having either of them.
Ooh.
If that means that if that means that we gotta play a little, but first and foremost, her concern is Marcon. She wants to get his papers first.
Okay.
So if that means that she's got, I wanted to know if there was a way that we could, if necessary, if there was no other way to, figure something out for that. I don't know how. I guess we have to figure that out, but.
Yeah, you can try whatever comes to mind that you think might work, and we'll see what happens. Ooh, exciting. But you do know where the prison was, where the jail was, rather, and it also seemed to house the main barracks for this part of the main part of the city here.
Ooh, as we start to get closer to the barracks, Nana's gonna look around for someplace they can duck into for a minute. And she's gonna pull Maeve'riel really close and say, and she's gonna talk to her directly to her mind and say, so there was a thing, and just full disclosure, there is a possibility that so what basically we need to do is get in there, but unfortunately the way I am dressed now could cause some disruption, so I would like to ask you, since you need to do something, perhaps you have a way to kind of protect me for a minute, because I'm going to need to make myself look a little bit different. Don't freak out, please.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Can I... Are we anywhere where she can duck into a corner, or are we out and about?
Yeah, I would want to try to find a place that she can duck into and do this.
Because if not, I'll cast invisibility on you.
Can I cast, or I don't need to cast a spell to do that. So yeah, if that'll work. Are we anywhere near because I wanted to duck away. Are we somewhere near where she can duck against a wall or a doorway or something?
I'd say, there's tons of alleyways through here, so it wouldn't be very hard in any part of the city, except maybe there was a super ritzy one, to find an alley to duck into.
Okay, so before I do this, I want to look around and make sure that there is nobody watching.
Okay, make a perception check just to double check.
Yeah.
And then when she ducks in, I'll just stand in that spot, kind of swishing
20.
so that,
Yeah,
Nice.
20.
Yeah, coast looks clear, Nanity.
Okay, so I'm going to shift into the image of the woman that I saw the other day yesterday. That was very plain looking. Hold on, let me shift her. That was very plain looking. There we go. Just your average everyday lady.
Mom? Not just kidding.
So she's gonna shift into this blonde lady with the outfit she has on is, her clothes are too bright. Hold on. More there we go, gray. There we go.
Nice.
There we go. So a little less automatically something that sticks out, and she'll clear her throat. I think I'm ready.
All right, let's go.
She'll look around and go to the building. Is it open? Is the
There is a closed door in the front, and a guard stationed outside sitting on a simple wooden bench just outside the door.
So she's gonna knock on the door and and look at the guards and see.
Can I help you?
I was wondering if I could inquire about a bounty.
Is it an emergency? Have you come across the
No,
one with
it's
the
not
bounty?
it's not an emergency, but I feel like there might have been some misunderstanding
Oh,
about someone, and I wanted to know if I could find out more about the charges, and if there was a way to clear it up, if I could provide proof that they were innocent.
hi. Head in and go down the hallway. Ask inside at the end of the hallway. Someone will be in there at the clerk. They'll give you a hand.
Thank you. I'm sorry, what was your name?
Officer Jenkins.
Officer Jenkins. Thank you. And she'll give him a long look, like long enough to like take in what he's wearing, his tone of voice, his mannerisms. And then she'll go inside.
All right.
She'll fall.
Okay. I'm sorry, Maeve. You're visible, or did you go invisible?
No. I was gonna make her invisible if I needed to hide her, but
Okay.
yeah.
All right. He gives a second glance at the Eladrin. Not that he necessarily know, but he knows something. So you both head in and head down the hallway. Effectively, as you go down the hallway, it's a few steps down, 5 steps down, then a square platform where the hallway ends, and you turn right. Another 5 steps down, and that's where the jail cells are, where you all arrived.
Are there any windows that are open, or like where the jail cells are? They're like bars in like stone that's got open window there at all, or any openings?
There are a couple of very small windows, not of course not within the cells, but as you step into this room, just to the left, there's the desk, and on that wall to the left it's an exterior wall that has a couple of small rectangular barred windows, maybe like a foot tall by like 2 feet wide, 2 of them.
Are they like open to the open era, or is there like glass or something there? Just the bars? Or...
You could take I guess you just spot that. Yeah, you see the glint of something as though there's some sort of solid material just on the opposite side of the bars.
Okay.
And super fast, Dan, would I have seen the posters with the bounties on them? Because I know we were looking for Marcons, but I'm just curious if I see Thaxels.
Yeah. In fact, they're in this section of the hallway. That area where you pivot and turn in the stairwell. There's you see Marcons. You see Thaxels way up top. There's Thaxel, Dina. I think we had another character there, and yeah, you see them. Everyone from the incident.
Okay. So I will use sending to send Nanadia a message and say, I mean, let's clear Marcon's name, but why aren't we going after your friend Thaxels?
She'll glance around the room and smile over her shoulder at Maeve'riel and respond telepathically and say, I think it's better if we figure out how this works and then see how we can get the other one resolved. Asking too many questions at once could, especially at the more expensive one.
Mm-hmm.
But if we figure this out, I'm sure we can come to an arrangement to see if we can collect without her getting in trouble.
All right. I'll follow your lead.
She'll walk over to whoever the clerk is and say, hello.
There's a woman in her late 30s or so, in the guard's uniform, and she looks up from some journals she has out on the desk. Hello, how may I help you, citizen?
I saw that there was a flyer up for someone who I know to be a good, kind person, and I wanted to inquire about the charges and see if there was a way, if you could tell me what happened, and if I could possibly provide any kind of proof to resolve the issue?
You see her.
Pay a fine?
Her first reaction is dismiss it, but go ahead and make a persuasion check, if you would. Nice.
22?
Awesome. Well, first, who is the person in question?
She'll look over to the flyer and grab Marcon's and hand it to her.
Ah, yes, that's this one. He's been... Yes. Having been through the system probably a few times, given your line of work, Marcon, you're she recognizes, yes, well, this... no, nothing. That was a pretty high persuasion. We couldn't get anything, couldn't get him on any of the more serious charges, but there's still some breaking and entering and other larceny that we have him on, as evidenced by several witnesses of high esteem here in the city.
And normally I don't like to get involved, and I trust that the law works as it should, and I respect that. But there was a time where I was in a very I was attacked, and he saved me, and he saved my life, and I would like to reciprocate. And if there's I have a few coins, maybe I can pay for whatever damages and at least reciprocate his kindness to me. I'm sure you understand, I was walking home and there was some men and and I was very scared to come and say anything, but
of course
he saved me and he didn't have to.
It is, yes, and she gives like a nod of understanding on that front. Well, I would say you're certainly more than welcome to testify on his behalf at his court hearing. I'm sure that would persuade any judge. As far as making, we can't ask other citizens to make reparations. You could go to the individuals that were affected by this, of course, those that had items stolen and their home broken into, and see if you could make direct reparations. But once he's captured, of course, and a hearing date is set, it's a bit outside of the norm, but I could certainly let you know the date so you could testify.
So you're saying that if I talk to the people, that make I could convince them with, and pay the fee for them, that could make this. I just really want to. He saved my life.
Let me do a roll for her. She's going to do, let's see, well, yeah, I guess given your background, you wouldn't, here's this, Maeve'riel, if you could roll, I don't know, oh my gosh, let me just look at the skills here and see, what kind of roll this would be.
It's okay, while you do that, can I message you?
Oh, okay, let me look.
Okay, yeah.
Insight, Maeve'riel, if you would.
Oh, my favorite.
Nice.
My bestie. Okay.
Yes,
Okay.
definitely.
Okay.
Yes, definitely.
Okay. Yeah, you got it. Sorry, I had to flip. 19 plus... So 29.
Nice. Okay, you see her doing a gesture that you've, encountered here and there in this realm, certainly in other locations. She has an open hand slid out a little more than the others. She has, one arm folded over her forearm, the other hand just sort of open on the counter, as though to accept something. Not okay. Just very subtly. Of course, You could try and talk to those to the victims of the case, but they are missing. Well, of course, we know they're likely dead, but we can't pin that on Marcon. But I do believe sometimes he has a bit has come in to set the record straight himself and pay reparations. So I suppose that if you're here on his behalf, you could. He usually pays double the fine. So about 60 gold pieces. I'm sure that I could clear up this error.
Okay. I'm gonna send a message to damn it, burning these spell slots. She'll just send a message to Nanity and say, do you want to pay it or do you want to try and skip it and just take care of it? I'm fine either way. 60 gold isn't that much.
She'll open up her pocket and pull out 60 coins from the dragon stuff the coins that she got from Marcon at the dragon thing.
Mm-hmm.
And she'll take out 100 coins.
Okay.
And say, "Oh, I have coins. I have these." And she'll set them on the desk.
She tries to kind of scoop her hand under before any clinging sounds are made. Yes. Well, there.
Does that look like enough? Neither of us are really from this area, so we don't really know.
Oh, yes. This is a little. Yes. This is. So she's basically insinuated that Marcon usually just comes in and pays what he needs to get it cleared.
Okay. Yeah.
Yes. So yes, this will be just fine. Yes, this is. Yes. Let me see that. I'll make some. She takes a log out, flips it, dots the quill, and strikes out a name. Cleared on all charges. She fills in the little ledger. Such a silly error. Well, yes. All reparations have been made. All charges dropped. And if you happen to see Marcon, just let him know. He's of course free to roam about. I will send this out through the city guard. She kind of looks at the extra gold again immediately. Yes.
She smiles, and while she's writing this, Amari wants to pay very close attention to how she's writing. And where she puts that ledger, and she's gonna ask her, so that's it, you just sign and we're good, and I can rest easier knowing that I've repaid his kindness. Yes.
Good. That it's good that he was there in your time of need. Certainly.
Oh, why? Thank you. I'm sorry. What was your name again?
Oh. Just an officer doing her job for the city.
She smiles. I understand. Maybe we could send lunch your way for your assistance. I know that you're probably very busy. Or if you have a favorite place you like to eat, we can maybe see that when you get there for lunch. When you go to lunch.
She kind of looks, at how much coin she has. I considers it for a moment. Well, no, I wouldn't want to catch any attention that is.
Oh, of course we wouldn't be there. We could just pay for it.
This is sufficient. Thank you so much.
Oh, thank you. Have a wonderful day.
You too as well.
And she'll turn, and as she turns to walk away, she's going to look Maeve'riel in the eye and say quietly, through telepathy, pay attention to where she puts that book and see if you can find out if she leaves or what time she leaves, so we can come back for the other.
So as she's putting the book away, I'll keep good attention and And as we're like turning to leave, I'll say, "Now, dear, because we haven't been here for very long, is there any good place to go in town for drinks? Like, where would you go?"
For what again?
Drinks.
Drinks. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I would recommend Lament de Mieux. Yes. Perhaps a little on the expensive side. It's near the upper residential area, just outside. But quite a selection, full selection nonetheless. Some local brews, but also just a delightful selection of wines and ales and mixed cocktails.
Sounds fantastic. And about what time would you leave here to get there?
Oh, well, my shift varies, but I think business tends to pick up. There's a sweet spot if you enjoy people watching and such. Around 10 o'clock at night.
Oh, so late?
Yes, that's, well, it opens much earlier, of course. 5 o'clock is how it opens. But to really, the scene, if you want to be part of the scene, 10 o'clock.
You're such a dear. Thank you so much. We really appreciate it.
Yes. Well, stay safe, citizens.
As we start to walk by, Maeve'riel is going to just pull that sheet off with Marcon's face off the wall.
Awesome. It's just 2 little corners stuck on the pins of empty paper.
As I get outside and like get a safe distance away, she's gonna say, "So what do you think? You think there's a way we can, I mean, I know her well enough that maybe we could collect the bounty, and if you can make a distraction, possibly get out?"
Well, I can get us both out. I can get myself out. I know you said no jails, so
yeah,
it's up to you. I am not as talented as you, but I can make myself look like her if that's what we need to do.
So can I. How do you, all right. She'll look around, she'll look back at you, and she'll say, "What if there was a way that we could, just for example, if I were to give you something that would only be temporary, or if you are really good at, like, you said you don't like to lie, so I don't want to force you to lie, right? Just like I don't want you to force me to break my word. But if there was a way that we could potentially get her in there, not necessarily her, collect on the reward, and then maybe an accident happens, and then people might think that she's not necessarily, you know what I mean? How do you think we could do something? Do you think that would work?
I think it could work. And there's a fine line between mischief and outright lying, right? We're just causing a little bit of mischief. As long as I don't have to outright lie to someone's face, then we'll be fine. Pretending I'm someone else is no problem. And I think collecting on the bounty and then something happening to your poor friend while she's in jail. She escapes. She seems to die, whatever it is. I think that could work.
Well, I mean, if she escapes, then it would be back to the same situation. But if they thought she was dead.
Right.
I mean, if they don't ask you if you're alive, then you wouldn't have to lie and say you were. But we'd just be,
Yeah.
I mean, alternatively, I mean, I can possibly, if I get the right ingredients, maybe, hold on, let me think about this. Well, I can, I can make it like you are dead. It's temporary. It only lasts for a little bit. I can do that. But you would have to, it would be like you were sleeping. And it'd be really hard. Nobody would be able to tell the difference.
Okay. I could be,
but you'd have to be
that.
willing.
Yeah.
And I'd owe you a favor. But, I mean, since we'd both be getting paid for it.
Right.
That would count, right? If I promised to split that with you, say 50-50?
50-50 sounds great.
So, she'll smile a little bit and say, well, how do you think we should do? I mean, since I just went in there, maybe I should I stay this way, or
maybe look like you're a little bit more of an adventurer, so that way it's plausible that you caught this terrible fiend, right? The scourge of the city.
Right. Okay. A man, maybe? No, I'm not good with the men. Oh, I have it. Okay, so do you think we could? How far away should we be?
Probably a little far away. Is this something that you've got planned? Is that going to actually make me unconscious? Because if it is, I'll just have to pretend.
Well, it's catatonic, kind of, but it's temporary. Let me see. You would be blind and incapacitated and not be able to move.
So Dan, would that cause problems with concentration?
Yeah, let me check. If you can't take an action or a reaction, you wouldn't be able to concentrate. But let's take a look at sheet here, my DM screen.
So I'm talking about feign death, obviously.
Gotcha. Did you say it causes blindness and incapacitation?
It is. The target is blinded and incapacitated, and its speed drops to 0.
Okay. Yeah, the incapacitated is you can't take actions or reactions, so you wouldn't be able to.
Well, we're just going to have to see how good of an actress I really am. The performance of a lifetime, right?
She's going to look you dead in the eye and say, and explain to you how it works, and then ask you, knowing all of this, do you think that she's going to explain how it works?
Okay.
And say, before I put either of us in jeopardy, are you sure you can pull this off with 100%?
Well, nothing is sure in life, isn't it? But the only way I can look like your friend is if I keep my wits about me. How about you? If I promise that I will get you out, is it easier for you to become her?
Yeah, I don't need to focus. Let me just double check. I don't think I need to, once I shift, so long as I'm not dead, then I can maintain that if I understand correctly. Let me just double check that. Racial traits.
Was that feigned death, you said?
Feigned death is what I'd be causing, but as a shape changer, as long as I'm not dead, since I'm still technically alive, then I wouldn't shift, right?
Oh, yeah.
It doesn't say that I can't, so...
Changer.
It says you stay in this new form until you use a reaction to revert to your true form or until you die. But since she's not technically dead, she wouldn't shift, right?
As long as your hit points don't hit 0, then you should be good. Let me check, because it might have a little more wiggle room than that too. There we go. Changer.
Plus, I can change my clothes with my armor.
Yeah, because that's just it's not actually dead. So dead would be like 0 hit points kind of thing. And I don't think it does that. You retain your hit points. You're just appearing.
Yeah, you can, because you can still take damage this way. But as long as I'm not dead, then I can do that. And she'll think about it for a minute. And if you can promise me, if you give me your word that you will get me out, then I can shift. I can look like her. And if you can possibly perhaps look like someone else and say that you've captured me and collect the reward.
I can absolutely do that.
Okay.
And I promise, if things go south, I will get you out, even if it causes chaos, all right?
I'll hold you to your word. If something happens and you can't,
I won't leave without you.
Will you at least let him know and tell him I said thank you, and I've taken care of it. We've taken care of it. This problem.
Of course, but it's not going to come to that. Look, I can be subtle, but I can also not be. So if I need to throw up a fucking glitter bomb to get us out, I will.
All right.
All right.
So she'll turn and go towards the alley that's like the closest alley that's not too far from where they are.
Okay.
And obviously really look around to make sure that they're not being in any way watched or followed or anything.
All right, make a perception check if you would.
And Maeve she is gonna help like keep an lookout, and they'll change separately.
Okay.
That's okay.
Do you want to roll independently, Maeve, or give her advantage?
No, I'm happy to give her advantage.
So I'm doing perception
With advantage, yep.
Okay.
So Maeve's giving you a hand, Maeve'riel.
Yeah, I just have a +6.
14.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
The coast looks clear.
It looks clear. Great. So she's gonna back up into a corner into the doorway. She's gonna look around again. She's gonna kind of like ask you to like wave at you to move a little closer. And before she shifts, she's gonna change her clothes to the last thing that she saw Thaxel wearing.
Okay.
And then she's gonna shift into Thaxel. And she'll kind of stay in the corner there just in case. and she'll give her best Thaxel voice and say, "You're next."
All right. And with that, we'll shift over to the actual Thaxel. As she's scurrying back. Thaxel, you return to the tavern, dead at this time of the morning here, mid-morning. And What would you like to do? Do you remain in your ratty form?
Yes, I'm gonna head straight back to the room that she was in with Aga and park it.
Okay. So, but you're shifting out of rat, or are you chilling in rat form there? Okay.
Chilling in rat form.
Yeah, you go there, room's empty, and you just want to chill?
Yeah.
Where's your... Okay. All right, so you find a cozy rat spot, spot that's cozy for a rat in the room, and settle in. Aga and Marcon, are you two heading back to the inn, or where would you like to go?
I'm gonna ask Aga for a status report on, like, do you know where she is? Is she still out here with the distraction? Can we go back to the hotel? You're muted.
I feel like as she's running into the inn, we'll probably be walking into the inn as well, because I was having the owl like follow around and look for her and watch the demon for a minute. So I feel like we'd probably be getting back at similar times. I mean, I don't know about Thaxel. Demon caused a heavily enough distraction that it shouldn't be a problem for her to get out of there. But don't know. We'll see. I mean, if she's gonna come, if she's gonna come anywhere, she'll come here.
Yeah, and I'm gonna walk into the inn again.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna go back to my room because I had some work I wanted to get done.
All right. And Marcon, where would you like to go within the inn? It's pretty dead in the tavern part, but there's service if you wanted.
I'm gonna go back to my room to see if Emmy made it back.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. So the two of you head up the stairs together. Marcon, you go into your room. You open the door, currently empty. Aga, you open yours. And Thaxel, how do you react as Aga opens up the door to the room you're sharing?
Hold on just a second.
No, just kidding.
It may be a little too long for me to react tonight, so I'm going to hold off until she's going to hide in a corner.
Okay.
Probably, yeah. It's gonna be too long for me to react tonight.
You sure?
If you're referring to my time limit, you're good.
Are you sure?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
We have like 10 minutes left.
Go for it. Go for it, bro. Go for it, bro. Let's go.
Okay, so you got back into the... Did you pick up the letter that was on her bed? Or that was on your bed?
He hasn't had a chance to read it yet because he was hurrying to get everybody out the door and take care of Thaxel,
But is it still on the bed?
I thought it was attached to his pouch.
Oh.
So he would have seen it, recognized it was there, but then tucked it into the pouch and been like, got a job to do first. So
Okay.
he probably would be pulling it out as he walked into the room. If you're still in rat form, he might not recognize you as being there and read it.
Yeah, no, she's just gonna observe.
Okay, so he's reading the note. What does the note say, Axel?
There is a pouch with let me go pull up my notes. Okay, yeah, there is a pouch and a vial in there as well. So when you open it, the letter says, I know I'm reckless and this may seem like a rash decision, but I need to return home. Do not try and come find me. I know you will find your way out of this horrendous town. Here's some of the money I stole as an apology. I will return in a week's time. Please let me know where I can find you later. I'm so sorry, Aga. I hope you understand. Thaxel. And I haven't really tallied up how much money, because I mean, she grabbed a shit ton of money from that bag.
Oh, I
Since you
only
gave
have
it,
Marcon and I don't have your total.
no, I have my total, but I don't know how much
Okay.
she left you. I'll figure that out later.
Okay.
Like 100 gold, maybe. I don't know. I'll let you know about the exact. But she left a good chunk of change, and then a vial of probably a standard poison, because she, yeah, just kind of like as a collateral or whatever, like as a sign that she's definitely coming back. Like she's not just running off like to abandon.
Is it the vial that has Rhea's name on it?
Oh, that would have been better. No.
Okay.
No, it's just
But it's a
standard
vial
poison.
of poison.
It's a vial of poison. Yeah, that obviously she wants back, but
Okay.
she's okay to part with this one.
Okay. Aga's gonna kind of like look at the vial, read the note, glance in the bag of coins, go, dump the coins into his coin purse, you know. Then, assuming he doesn't see the rat in the room, he's going to he's going to get out his dagger that he uses for the ritual that he communicates with hell with, and he is going to start work on, hold on, I have to find it. Yeah, there it is. A dagger for Thaxel, because he knows she likes her poison and her daggers. And he's going to try and make a dagger. He's going to try and hollow out the hilt of the dagger and put a groove into the dagger blade itself, so that you can take a vial of poison, insert it into the handle, and it will, when you stab someone, do additional poison damage. So that if Thaxel wanted, if she grabbed somebody, even if they weren't unconscious yet, she could inject them with it. And he's going to try and, I mean, I can send you the details on it, Dan, later if you want, for like a stat block.
Okay.
But he's gonna try and make it so, you know, stab with a dagger, do additional poison damage based on whatever type of poison you put into the hilt.
Juicy.
Yeah.
Like, of my choosing?
Yeah, like if you have a vial of it, you can put that vial in the hilt. So if you're gonna go fight Rhea, you can be like, "This is the special one for Rhea." Yeah. He's gonna try and give you, you know, a direct IV line to your enemy's A line. You know what I mean?
That's so sweet.
In its own twisted, kind of murderous way.
Yeah, no, like, okay, so I guess seeing that, and as long as like the door's closed, right?
Oh
To
yeah,
the room?
yeah. He closed it behind him.
It is only just us, right?
And the owl.
And the owl. Okay.
Wonder if the owl's hungry.
Oh, okay. She's gonna scurry out and kind of like come up a little bit closer, kind of look, and then pop out of rat form. Is is that for me?
Well, I wasn't going to stab you with it if that's what you're talking about. But hopefully, yes, you can stab other people with it. It's a bit of a delivery system I thought you'd enjoy.
What? Why are you making me something? I almost left you. Why are you being nice to me?
You know, when I was serving my time, if you will, in hell, I learned the value of having a well, in hell I had a strong brother in arms. He's bigger than me, so I would always be the bait. I'd stand out, make people think they could kill me. My magic would protect me, and then he'd kill them. Till the day the thing that I had to distract was him. But, you know, it worked for a time. I learned that there's a really powerful strength in numbers that you can't get anywhere else. And I've seen what you can do, Thaxel. You're impressive to a remarkable degree. I wouldn't want to fight you. I did once. You won. That doesn't happen often for me. So I thought I'd give you a reason to stay, because after we deal with everything you've got going on, and maybe whatever the others have got going on, I'm going to need a lot of help for what I've got going on. So he's going to keep hollowing out the hilt. He's going to be like, so after we handle shit, want to help me out with a hell of a problem?
I mean, I'm gonna say yes. I feel like I probably owe you or something. I owe a lot of people a lot of shit. But I meant what I said in the letter. I need to go home.
We can get you home. We're just probably going to have to wait for this quarantine to be lifted.
Well, I mean, obviously. I couldn't even get past that stupid gate. There was coins fell on me. It was weird. And so I think there's some sort of a barrier, and like the trigger happens to be a ton of coins falling on you. It was very weird.
I don't know. Probably has something to do with this money we stole. It's probably cursed. Gotta spend it quick.
What? Oh, fuck.
Should just get rid of it. It's not gonna be stuck to you.
Well,
I'm really not worried about a money curse. I've already got this.
I
Tap
am
on
if
his
it's
breastplate.
preventing me from leaving. I care about it.
Well, you know, I learned something recently. Did your home, did it have a way in and out of it that wasn't walking? And he'll reference a teleportation circle.
I don't know.
He'll explain one in detail, the sigils, what it would look like.
I don't know. I was going to do what we have been doing and go through the tree. There's one I hid behind while I watched my family get slaughtered. So I figured that was a really good tree to like go through. It's big enough.
It will have grown a bit.
I mean, it's been 13 years, so you know. But I need you to do me a favor and not breathe a word of that to anybody that I'm leaving. I need to go, and then I will be back. I figured you may understand why I need to go back. Maybe not.
No, I don't. But I don't
Okay.
need to understand. You tell
But
me
see,
what you need, and that's
it. That's it. You don't. This is why I like you, because you don't need a reason for me to do what I need to do, and that is to get home. So, if you could just not say anything, that would be great.
Okay. Well, I'm not so good with this whole talking thing, so
I'm not either, but I know that
you're better
we
than
keep
me.
we keep adding these new people in our group, and I'm not very good at trusting people, or talking to new people, and I'm not going to sit here and try and explain why I need to go. So, but I'll be back to like help and shit and whatever. So, I mean, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Well, looks like you and I are in a similar boat. I might be traveling soon too. And he's gonna pull out the sending stone that he got from the other group.
By happenstance, you get a message just as you pull it out. I was gonna wait till it was done, but that's perfect timing. I have it pulled out. Okay, as you pull it, you feel a little vibration. Oops. And in your mind, you hear Kaylin's voice. Be careful with Baron. We can talk. Have forge and bone the deer. Why golems? Wizards very powerful. Our mission, Lich Yathaz looking for host, must stop.
Okay, I'm sorry. And she said, you know what? Can you just message me that in Discord so I can write it? I can take notes later.
Yes.
So I don't have to do it. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
He'll kind of. And that was her responding to his sending, correct?
Mm-hmm.
So he does not have a response because it's just 1 and 1.
It's the next. I mean, it resets every dawn, so.
Yeah, I'd have to cast it. I don't have to respond right now, right?
You don't have to respond now. Correct. Mm-hmm.
Okay. So he'll kind of put the stone down and he'll twist it. He'll say, "Yep, I just got the confirmation actually just now. Project I'm working on. And when I come back, I might not look the same. I don't know.
So you're leaving me too?
Not for long. Hopefully. Not sure if there's a time differential. We'll see. Be interesting. But yeah, probably.
Okay.
You know how the Baron got us through to like that other land?
You see, like Snarl trying to pop up, and like
I know. You have
like,
to control that.
Fur, like she has no wild shapes left because she needs a rest. But like the fur's like trying to like peek out, but it can't. Okay, yeah. What about him?
If I could give you a small secret on that, Axel. If you show people what you're feeling, it's much harder to stab them in the back because they won't let you get behind them. Keep it under control. Make them think that you're happy all the time, or at least calm all the time. They'll never know when you're angry. And then they'll never see the knife coming.
Yeah, this is why you need to stay.
I know.
Just letting you know.
I know. Just be here when I get back, okay?
You just better come back, okay?
Oh, I'll come back. I just won't look the same. Hopefully, if everything goes well.
I mean, that's fine. You just don't. I mean, yeah, just come back, please. And she's like not making eye contact with you. This is getting too emotional for her.
This is what I'm talking about, Thaxel. I can tell you're upset.
I'm not.
Mm.
I'm not.
I'm
I am.
going to be upset if I come back and you're not here.
That's fair.
And keep that Marcon around. Keep all of them around if you can. They're all quite useful.
Yeah, no.
Did you see what he did to that fucking dragon? Jesus.
He has tentacles, man.
I've seen worse.
I mean,
Anyway.
I bet.
Yeah, you should see the devils that are made of chains. They jump off of them and writhe like snakes.
I like snakes.
Mm.
Anyways, I'll make you a deal. You help me get to a tree after we get out of this fucking town. Let me bamf home. And I will return if when you go do your thing, you return. Right?
I will keep that promise as long as I'm actually around when we get out of here. I don't know at what point I'll be able to teleport out. Or
Okay, let me rephrase.
yeah, I'll help you. You help me. You know.
Okay.
Just yeah.
Okay. Then let me rephrase. I will find a way to get out. Just don't like say anything.
Okay.
Cool.
All right.
Or just say like, yeah, she went to go like hump a tree. They'll totally know what I'm referring to, and it's okay.
Yeah.
And then I'll be back in a week because I need a week to hump a tree.
I'm a little worried that Nana took you a little too seriously on that one.
Well, I can't help that. It's that's weird.
Meh. I've seen weirder things.
I mean, to each their own. Okay. I need to rest for a little bit so I can like transform back into a rat if I need to. The guards kind of saw me. So...
I know.
Oh. Fuck. Thought I was
He's gonna kind of like pet the top of the owl's head.
You and your fucking owl, man.
I do my best to have eyes everywhere.
Okay.
Do you want some help? Sleeping?
Sure. Can I
Wolf it up.
have my poison back?
I will hand her the vial, and he's continuing to work on the knife the whole time they're talking. Because it's going to take like a few hours to do it, but
yeah,
at least. But he'll say, "Wolf it up."
I can't wolf it up.
All?
No,
Get it together, Thaxel.
You know,
you kind of see a little smirk at the edge of his mouth.
I had to use my rat form twice this morning. I tried to leave, and then I caught it, and then I had to turn it to get them.
Are you taking a long rest, Thaxel?
No, just a short rest.
Okay.
Yeah, I only need a short rest to get my slots back.
Oh, nice.
He can't knock you out. Sorry.
It brings me back to Marcon having to knock. We need to knock Nana D or whoever it was. Knock him out. Agate, have you put out any feelers about here in this city regarding what you're pursuing with Kaylin? I can't remember.
He hasn't yet.
Okay.
He hasn't yet, but that was going to be part of the downtime activities that we were doing moving forward.
I'll if it's all right, I'll plug that in for like maybe yesterday or early this morning or something, or
Sure,
if that's okay. That way I can just tack on here that whatever method of communication you sought out, whether it be, I imagine seedy underbelly people here, like, go get me some information, maybe some for the hells or whatever, but they get back to you promptly, in case that makes any difference in whatever you're, compensating them with, within, a couple hours. And this, I'll say, if this is seedy underbelly people, there's actually someone that does work. There's a small mage college here, medium-sized mage college, nothing like the ones in the other continents, but they mention a heart of a golem. Golem that is storied to be kept in that tower, that is gives like a true life to golems instead of the facsimile of. It's supposed to be some sort of a shell that is somehow cast to that. So not really much information, but that's like you'll have that in your head in case you continue to talk to Kaylin, and if she shares any more of what other things.
Okay.
But they'll get back to you like after while you're working on that, or they'll contact you or send message because they have some wizard abilities.
Okay. He'll keep all that to himself, but all right.
Okay, neat. Maeve'riel, you, while you and Nana D are out there, Nana D having shifted into Thaxel. Sometimes your thing cracks me up, kid, when it does like a long face.
Sorry.
No, it's fine. It cracks me up. I love it. So as Nana D is shifted into yes, Thaxel form. Sorry, it's just so funny. Maeve'riel, you get with perception checks. Didn't quite catch a raven sitting atop, just sort of bouncing back and forth on the edge of a building top nearby. And you hear suddenly some light footsteps, but kind of running fast, and light panting. Oops. And around the corner, thankfully to you, Maeve'riel, you recognize this individual as Racine. Here we go.
Oh, okay.
Right. I'm here, Maeve'riel. Yes. Yes. Your Majesty. Your my.
Just
yes.
breathe. Just breathe. Okay. Yeah. What is it, Racine?
I found some news about what you. Oh. Hello. Kind of look back at Thaxel. That appears to be Thaxel now.
I'll step in between the two of them. What is it, Racine?
So sorry. Yes, well, there is, of course, at the college I had to do some digging and some snooping and a little bit of, seduction. But, that didn't go so well. But, still, I was able to find some important information. The thing that you're looking for is actually, she's gonna be so eager. Let me just do a roll for her to see how much. Okay. Yeah. Right. The first bit of crap. I can't think of how she's gonna say this. First,
I mean, she's gonna turn around and cover her ears or where she thinks
right,
her ears are.
She'll lean in then a little bit to me. Is it all right to talk with her?
Yeah.
All right.
Racine, spit it out.
Sorry. So the first, the item you're looking for, that the Kraken's, the hunter's organ of the Kraken. It's There's said to be stored in the Wizard's Tower in the city. Up several levels. No one's, of course, no one goes past the first or second floor up there.
Sure.
It's right here in town, like you thought. Getting up there might be some trouble, but it's here.
You leave that to me. You did very well.
I did.
I'm so proud of you. Yes. And she'll put out her hands to take her arm.
Oh! And she kind of like bows her head awkwardly, tucks her notepad under her arm. And
she'll flip over her arm and do the same thing, where she'll just paint on the the tattoo of both the Eldritch Blast and the Gesh spell onto her.
Yes.
Say,
oh,
you earned it.
Thank you so much.
Now,
I'll keep looking into
spread the
other
word.
things. Oh, yeah.
Yes. Thank you. Spread the word, cause some mischief. I need a distraction on the other side of town. All right?
Understood. Right. I'll get some people on and just start writing some notes down. Right. No, I can't count on them. Right. Okay. Thank you so much, Maeve'riel. I would have cast a message, but I was just... right. Okay.
It's okay.
She folds up her notebook and kind of squiggles out of the alleyway and goes back about her business. Leaving the two of you outside here, Nana D, you've transformed into Thaxel, and Maeve'riel, just to find a good place here again. I'll say if you two want to, if you're just looking to head in, we can kind of have you do what you want to do to head in, and might have a good place to.
I think you'll know where the best place to stop will be.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I don't want to go too late, but yeah, she was just gonna. Yeah.
Okay. Do you two have any more prep to do, or were we just planning on heading back into this?
Maeve'riel was going to disguise self as an adventurer. That was all she was going to do.
Okay. So I'll just quickly prompt to land on a beat. You do so successfully, and you're heading into the guards, back into the guard house.
So as I'm gonna walk a little bit ahead of Maeve'riel and like with my Thaxel arms behind my back and kind of like twisting a bit. I did pull some grave dust from my pouch, but I am going to burn a spell slot so that I don't have to use any other components. So when I get there. So as we're going down to the hall, I am Lady Queen Thaxel. Get your hands off of me. Do you not know who I am?
I'm just going to backhand her.
Yes.
You will pay. You will pay
the
for
guard
that.
outside. No. Ma'am. Right. You're here to bring her in.
Who she is. I know who she is.
Get her inside before there's a riot. Inside. And you open up the door.
I'll grab her arm.
He kind of goes with
coughing,
you. Mm-hmm.
Well, when he grabs her, she's going to start coughing. And I'm going to cast Feign Death on myself and just crumple.
Okay. You do as you kind of walk around the corner there. They get you down. What? Did she put up a fight? Did she...
Yeah, that must be the poison kicking in.
Cleric, call the cleric. Call the High Inquisitor. Let her know that the wanted one here, the lizard folk, has been apprehended. Please wait here, ma'am, and we'll get your bounty squared away.
Fantastic.
And so they have you sit in a bench next to the clerk that was there before, not recognizing either of you. Thank you for the subscription. Night. Awesome. It's probably going to be about Oh, they gotta get a cleric. So, and they're coming together then. So it'll be about somewhere between 10 and 15 minutes. A cleric rushes in, not from the way you arrive, but from the other side of the building. So there is apparently some other exit or entrance over there somewhere. And they rush over and lean down and start casting some... they ask a question, poison, they get the information, so they try and start cleansing the body of that and start casting some healing magic to no avail. A minute or two later, the High Inquisitor walks around from the hallway at the end. High elven woman with a light purplish hue to her skin. Very robust, noble features. Definitely a strong, the cheekbones, the angular nose. And as she walks around, she says, yes. Well, let us make sure that this is the one. Is she dead?
I have the Ring of Mind Shielding on, so she wouldn't be able to discern any of that.
She takes off her big heavy cloak and passes it to a guard. A smaller, thinner half cloak resides underneath, two-tiered, one that goes around the shoulders and then one that reaches around the waist, with eyes all over it. Folds it, buttons it up closed, and then begins to look over and raises an eyebrow. And that's where we'll end tonight's session. Woo!
Was that a robe of many eyes, Dan? Stop cheating.
Yeah.
Stop fucking cheating, Dan.
This is why they called her in. She doesn't come down for nothing unless it's somebody huge. She ain't no spring chicken, but we'll see.
Yeah, that's fucking Umbridge right there.
Oh yeah. She's kind of a tool bag, but we'll see. It's not necessarily.
Is she a crazy cat lady?
Awesome. Nice. All right. Well, sorry for running late, Rob. Thank you so much for staying so late.
That was dope.
Your stuff.
How could I not?
Amazing roleplay, everyone tonight. Batting it back and forth and around, and everyone just had such great roleplay. It was so good. Thank you, players. Thank you, viewers, of course, as well. Amazing roleplay going on in chat tonight. I caught only like 10% of it, I think. It's like, what? Wait. So well done. So anyway, I'll try and wrap it up here since it's so late. You've been watching our Tuesday night campaign, All Evil, Kyr's Lament. You can catch us every Tuesday, 10 p.m. to 1 a.m. Eastern Time. Coming up at the very end of on the 31st of next month, Madbird Squawks, where as Victoria coined the phrase D&D therapy to help break down our sessions over the week with guests from across different campaigns. Every Friday night we have our very suspenseful, intense drama campaign Stormfall, again Friday 10 p.m. to 1 a.m. Eastern. And coming up every Saturday, right after the campaign, right after the crossover, which is March 28th at noon to 3:30 or so, the second crossover between Kyr's Lament here and Stormfall. That same night, Nana D, Kim will be... your mouth did the... thing again. Sorry, Kim will be doing the very first... stream session of Court of Thorns, and if you haven't seen the video for that yet or done anything, she streams every Saturday leading up to that, 10 p.m. to 1 a.m. Eastern. So catch it. She goes over lore and her DM style and other campaign bits. It's amazing. Every Sunday night you can catch the Obsidian Scar that our own Victoria DMs, our Proper Naughty campaign. And every Monday night, Steph, that I think is still in chat, DMs our Monday night campaign, The Forsaken. All these campaigns are 10 p.m. to 1 a.m. Eastern. Look forward to other campaigns and other tabletop RPGs and other things coming up that are outside of the normal time frame. have a few in the works with maybe another one or two coming up here shortly. So, yay! Oh, my goodness. Right. Shout outs tonight. We had some amazing peepsicles. Thank you, Apala, for your subscription. Woot woot. And Zeltaris for raiding with a party of 22 people. Yeah. And Zytek, thank you for the follow and the cheer, 100-bit cheer. That's amazing. Pepperoni nipples, which is a great visual. Thank you for the follow.
That's an amazing name.
It's pretty fantastic.
Wow.
Jesus Christ.
Mm-hmm.
I am so proud to be part of a community that has someone following with that name.
Nice, right?
Oh my God.
But I have to wonder, is it pepperoni areolas or pepperoni nipples? Because there's different visuals for each.
And we're done.
Thank you, Dandy Phantom, for your cheer of 500 bits tonight. You rock. And thank you for your sub, Night. That's amazing. If that's still not enough D&D for you, well, check out our Discord. Join our community. We have an open-to-all Discord chat-based D&D game that rolls. And if you're like, wow, I love all this and I want to watch older episodes or see them, all the time because I can't make some of those nights, check out our YouTube. Consider subscribing over there. Have a wonderful night, everyone. Thank you all so very much. And we'll catch you all again soon. Bye, everyone.
Night.
Bye.